good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports. Live tonight from Glen C. Smith Field as we kick off the 2024 IHSA football campaign as the Pittsfield Sockies play host to the Jacksonville Crimsons. Alongside Justin Poor and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. A little bit of storm action just to the south of the facility here at the moment, but the players are out on the field warming up in preparation for this Week 1 matchup as the Sockies and the Crimsons meet for the first time since 1958. We'll talk more about the matchup, what's going on around the area, have a visit with Socky head coach Zach Ferguson, and more. It's all coming your way next on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Fall in love with Cascom. The leaves may be changing, but our commitment to our customers never does. Reliable high-speed internet, along with our award-winning customer service, we have knowledgeable service technicians in your area 24 hours a day. For you new customers, we are extra lovable. Call today and get a free installation on any new service. Wow! I'll bet you want our phone number, 1-800-252-1799. Call for details and a date, 1-800-252-1799.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank here to serve you and your family with all of your banking needs, and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Jacksonville coming off of a 4-5 campaign last season, looking to get back into the playoffs. And when the Crimsons have made it to the playoffs under head coach Mark Grounds, they seem like they always make a little bit of noise. And with the split of the Central State 8, Jacksonville has a little more of a favorable schedule on their side of things. To get those elusive 5, 6, or 7 wins, they'll need to get into the playoffs, and they're hoping to do that and start off their campaign here tonight with a win over Pittsfield. The Sockies finished with a record of 2-7 a year ago, winning their last 2 over Porta and Riverton, respectively. The reason these two teams are playing, well, it has something to do with Riverton. Riverton not having a high school varsity football season this year has created an opening in the Sockies schedule along with the other teams in the Sangamo Conference. Jackson on the other side with the new look to the Central State 8. It's 2 6-team sides, so you play 5 games in your conference and then have to figure out a way to fill the other 4. A lot of it you'll see crossovers. Jacksonville's still playing Decatur MacArthur this year, Decatur Eisenhower this year. They're also going to play Lincoln, which will be the other side of the conference. But they were originally scheduled to play Solden out of the St. Louis area. Solden let Mark Grounds know about the last week in July that, hey, they were saying peace out to the 2024 season and not going to play. That's how this matchup started out, Dan, really? 34 miles apart from one another. Yes, Jackson was a 5A school, Pittsfield a 2A school, so a little bit of a size difference, but much, much better than these two teams sitting at home here in week number 1. Lots of good matchups going on throughout the area this evening in the Sangamo Conference, which is just going to be as tough as ever. And you want to talk about a tough matchup. Athens playing host to Maroa Forsyth to start the season. Very well could have conference championship implications in week number 1. Auburn travels to Williamsville this evening. New Berlin is playing host to Pleasant Plains as Porta Out of Petersburg, AC Central heads to Stamford Olympia in the WIVC and the crossover matchups this evening. Beardstown is at Carrollton. Camp Point Central playing host to North Green in a game you can watch live on Central Illinois Sports. Triopia on the road at Pleasant Hill as the Wolves looking to get their season started off strong. They're hopeful to pick up a victory, and with that big offensive and defensive line, they just might give Triopia some trouble. Route and Calhoun will match up at 1 o'clock tomorrow at the Route facility. Minden Unity travels to West Central this evening, and Brown County is on the road to Palmyra as they play Greenfield Northwestern. Both teams now on the field warming up in preparation for tonight's contest. We'll step aside of the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll have our interview with Pittsfield Sockeye head coach Zach Ferguson. We hope you'll stay tuned.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, visiting with Pittsfield Sockeye head coach Zach Ferguson. And Coach, it wasn't that long ago you kind of thought maybe there wasn't a chance for a game with the cancellation of Riverton. Pretty fortuitous that you and Jacksonville both end up with an open date, and I think you're really looking forward to seeing what the kids do tonight.
There's a long time where we were searching for a game, and as most teams in our conference were, and we weren't able to find one, and kind of when you didn't expect it, Jacksonville lost their opponent from the St. Louis area, and it kind of just worked out for both of us.
Pittsfield and Jacksonville used to actually play quite a bit in the early 1900s to about 1958 was the last matchup I could find. You used to play quite a bit freshman and lower levels, right. But they're a 5A football school. Some people would say, why do you schedule Jacksonville? And I think the answer to that is because you need to have a game.
You need to have a game, and looking at their roster, back in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s, they'd have 120 kids playing football. Now they're down to 55, 60 kids playing football, freshmen through seniors. So even though they're a much bigger school, we match up well numbers-wise. And it's very important to play week one because you don't want to go into week two a game behind everybody. And, being in our situation where we did lose that week one and not a week 4 or 5, trying to keep the kids motivated to practice hard, it's hard to do with an extra week of practice.
You ended last season on a 2-game winning streak. You're looking for that momentum to help carry you into this year. I'm sure it brought some excitement to your off-season workouts, and you've had really, really good attendance of those activities.
Yeah, we have. This group, these juniors and seniors, they mesh well together, good combination of kids as far as line and skill kids. They had a great summer. Really looking forward to honestly seeing what they do tonight because they're ready to play. I mean, our kids are not intimidated by these guys. They have some kids who are big, who are athletic, obviously, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the growth that we kind of finished the year last year and it has really carried over to this season.
I mean, really, football a lot of the times is one in the trenches, and it's no secret Jacksonville's got big size. I think they average 279 across the board at their offensive line, but you don't have a bunch of little guys either. You're averaging about 250 across the board.
Right, so that's the thing. We got some big kids. We got some big tight ends. We're bigger this year in the skill positions than since I've been back, we've ever been. And defensively, we're much bigger, which is going to help us kind of manage that size. But the key is to keep their offense off the field as long as we can and score when we get the opportunity.
A lot of people like to talk about offense, but defensively, your group has the ability to be one of the better defenses in the conference this year.
Yeah, last year I always feel like our run defense was pretty good most of the time, and our pass defense had struggled. This summer we really focused on our pass defense, even though we're not a passing team, just because that's where we need to improve. But this week in practice, we got some speed in that backfield and some depth in that backfield where if we need to make some changes due to, injury or need a break or whatever, we feel really comfortable with those guys going in.
Talk about your run defense. A lot of that is credited to you've got some guys, this is their third or fourth year starting varsity. Jaron White, Draven Peterbilt, and Shaw, all guys that are multiple year starters on the defensive side.
Yeah, and Luke Archer started last year, Tucker Cook started last year. You can just tell the experience is really showing because they know what to look for now. They're thinking football, not just reacting. I won't be surprised if they call out a couple of their plays tonight just based on their understanding of the game now. So Jaron and Cordell and Braxton have all started multiple years. This is a good group of experience plus size and skill.
On that defensive side, you've also welcomed Coach back, who was here with you, I think, a little bit earlier, and Coach Brockhouse. Good to have a guy that's been a couple different places, been a head coach back in the system.
Right, yeah, having a guy who's been a head coach, every head coach knows what they want out of their assistants, and so he knows kind of how that works, and it can help make my job easier, and he kind of knows how to follow the plan, so to speak, on how to install stuff and understanding that. So, he was here quite a while ago with me for a couple years under Kurt Simonson, and then, having him back in the building it also helps me with, being around the kids.
On the offensive side, you returned quite a bit of your offensive line from a year ago. I know a guy you're really excited about, Zane Perry, your junior lineman. I mean, not your only junior lineman, but as far as guys that are standouts, I mean, you look at Zane, and he's got the body of a kid that could play at the next level.
Yes, and he does, and he's a kid who's hungry, and that's what I like, having him and Jaron on the same side. That's going to be our power side, and Owen and Cordell on the other side, kind of our speed side. So we're kind of blessed with having two types of guys, but Zane has really shot up, as he's 6'5", 280 now, and he does have the potential to go to the next level if he chooses to do so. And I think he's going to start getting some interest this year. That the O-line, the experience, plus the backs that we have is I'm excited to see what they do tonight.
You saw Jesse Davidsmeyer really come on second half of the season. I mean, he might have been the best running back in the conference. No, not to take anything away from anybody else, but he was just a workhorse.
No, he's your old school type fullback. You don't see that very more. And he's up to 200 pounds now from 185, and he moves well. Him and Lane complement each other very well with the kind of inside-out punch. And then you got Jaden Moore and Jake Otker, who probably on most other teams are probably starters and not really on ours at this point in time. So we're very deep at the backs, very deep at the tight ends. I'm hoping it just comes together tonight and it clicks for them.
You graduated 2-year starter in Javen Petty at quarterback. You looked to fill that position at a competition, and Jonas Anderson kind of rose to the top in that. He's a junior. He played a lot in your freshman, sophomore games last year, so I know you're looking forward to seeing Jonas.
Yeah, he's going to have some nerves first varsity game, but yeah, we had a QB battle really up until this past week. I mean, we were letting him really kind of go it out. I'm not saying both quarterbacks won't play at some point. They both bring some different skills and different abilities to help the team. Tucker playing defense, he's going to have to really get the reps out. He's got to play on defense for us, and just kind of understanding of the game. Jonas has done a really good job with learning the playbook, and he's going to be nervous tonight. There may be some boo-boos because of that, but Coach Mendenhall and myself kind of just, this is who we're going to go with and see what happens.
It's no secret it's been a while since the program's qualified for the playoffs. You don't qualify for the playoffs in week one. So while it's nice to have that as a goal, you kind of just got to take things week by week.
Well, this is a game that prepares us for the Sangamo, in my opinion, because it's a team, they're Williamsville and, Maroa and Athens and Olympia. I mean, these are these caliber teams, and Jacksonville's in that category. So to me, it's just, it was never a really big deal to take this game because we play those types of teams, and it's just going to help us, speed up the learning process quicker. And we can also learn quite a bit about ourselves through this game.
That's Socky head coach Zach Ferguson on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll take a look at the starting lineups next.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois, we have Mavericks, we have Rangers, we have F-150s, 250s, and 350s. If you need help with that perfect look after your purchase, I'm Corey Grinke and I Know Trucks. Come see me at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, Illinois.
Griffin Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Pittsfield and Jacksonville matching up in this week one opener. Crimson's 4-5 last year, Justin Poor, and lost their most prolific piece of their offense due to graduation.
Yes, he now plays for Quincy University. Probably one of the best runners Jacksonville's ever seen. Cameron Mitchell, correct?
Yeah, very, very good. And also, Pittsfield is going to be debuting a new quarterback tonight. We talked about that with Zach Ferguson, but you'll see Jonas Anderson, who is a junior for the Sockies after graduation of a 2-year starter in Javen Petty.
That's right. Moving on, one of the few bunch of returners for the Sockies, 17 returners, but quarterback is not a spot where we had a returner. So Jonas, we'll see how he does with the offense.
For both of these teams, a lot of things start up front, and both teams are very, very happy with the size they have. Jacksonville, about 280 across the board. Pittsfield, about 240 across the board. Just a difference of what you're seeing between a 5A and a 2A school, honestly. And the biggest thing you notice about Jacksonville's linemen is about everybody except for Surratt is 6'4", 6'5", and he's a solid 6'2".
Yeah, they have a lot of size. Talking about Surratt, he's also a very good wrestler, so I'm sure that all translates to the football field as well.
Starting in his fourth opener, so has started every game since he was a freshman. Very, very impressive player is Aiden Surratt. Looking forward to getting to see him some of the defensive side tonight as well for the Jacksonville Crimsons. For the Sockies, you look at the running game. You've got the power in Davidsmeyer. You've got the speed in Foster. And then you've got some weapons on the outside that if they can get the ball to them in space, and a guy like Archer, Frazier, these are some guys, Taylor Graham, these are some guys that can make some things happen as well.
Carter Frazier last year really impressed us. I remember that's somebody that, as a sophomore last year, didn't expect to make an impact, but made an impact in many games.
And, the biggest thing for both of these teams is to try to get the, first game jitters out of the way. It's different, right? There's guys that were playing last year that aren't here anymore, so you might be playing at a different spot. You might be playing for the first time at the varsity level, to getting some of those jitters out of the way. Jacksonville, a little bit of advantage, in my opinion, in that. They played a week 0 scrimmage against Macomb and got to work on some of those things early on. Pittsfield unable to get an opponent to do that with, so they did more of a traditional soda scrimmage against their own team. So we'll see if that gives Jacksonville a little bit of an advantage or not. But, I think we're in for a good matchup tonight. I think both teams are ready to roll and see kind of, what the offseason work, how it pays off here entering week 1. If you are just joining us and are thinking, Pittsfield and Jacksonville, they ever play? Well, yes, they did. Between 1902 and 1958, they played some 35 times. Jacksonville leads the all-time matchups head-to-head pretty significantly, although Pittsfield in a stretch was not too far under 500 against the Crimsons. Jacksonville won the last matchup. That was in 1958, and I look around and don't see a lot of folks that were probably present at that contest, as it was some 66 years ago. Referees are out on the field. Tim Reif's crew out of the Carrollton, Calhoun, and southern Greene County area. Glad to have them here tonight to work this contest between the Crimsons and the Sockies. The Pittsfield Socky marching band getting ready to take the field. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. We'll have it for you next.
Whether you're hunting ducks, dove, turkey, or deer, your local Farm and Home Supply is your one-stop shop for everything hunting. During our Fall Hunting Classic sale going on right now, we got everything on sale from game cameras to blinds to decoys and camo gear. Some of the hottest deals are over here to the right, and if you're not even a hunter, well, here's a funny video of a duck.
From snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs, nobody has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. Visit farmandhomesupply.com to learn more. We'll take a look at the starting lineup first of all for the Jacksonville Crimsons. And as we told you, it starts up front for the Crimsons. And with their starting center, it's Ryan McCombs, the 6'5", 290-pound senior. The left guard is Avery Cook. He's a 6'4", 310-pound senior. The left tackle is Marani Dandumawani. He is a 6'4", 275-pound senior. The right guard is the 6'1", 270-pound junior and Adrian Evans. And at the right tackle, the 4-year starter, wearing the number 69, the 6'3", 250-pounder, that's Aiden Surratt. For the Crimsons at the skill positions, out of the backfield tonight, you'll hear Lamarian Williams quite a bit. Where's the number 21, 5'8", 205-pound senior. You'll also see Easton Ackerman taking some snaps in the backfield, the 6'1", 185-pound junior, along with Darren Henry. He's a freshman, 5'8", 140 pounds. At the wideout position this evening, Crucifixio Mitchell, the 5'9", 165-pound senior for the Crimsons. Nolan Peters will line up at the tight end spot. He's a 6'4", 185-pound junior. And starting at quarterback this evening in his first varsity start will be Braden Hutchison, the 5'9", 180-pound junior. We flip it over to the Pittsfield Socky starting lineup, and up front for Pittsfield, you'll see Clayton Reinhardt as the center. He is a 6'1", 220-pound senior. The left guard for the Sockies is Owen Shaw. The right guard is Owen Shaw. He's a 6'1", 215-pound senior. At right tackle is Cordell McKee, the 6', 230-pound senior. The left guard is Jaron White, a 3-year starter for Pittsfield, 6'4", 290 pounds, and a senior. And at the left tackle is the junior, Zane Berry, 6'3", 280 pounds. Draven Peterbo will line up at the tight end spot. He is a 6'2", 225-pound senior. At the wideouts will be Taylor Graham, the 6', 160-pound junior, along with Carter Frazier. He is a 5'10", 160-pound senior. And the running backs tonight, it'll be Lane Foster, the 5'9", 140-pound senior. And at the fullback, it'll be Jesse Davidsmeyer, the 5'9", 200-pound senior. Jonas Anderson starts at the quarterback position for the Sockies. He's the 6'2", 165-pound junior. As you got to see on the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups, the defensive rosters as well. We'll get those up there as the teams take the field defensively. Nice little breeze blowing here, keeping the rain away to the south, we hope, as we are not expected to see any weather delays like we did in week 1 a year ago, and we hope that rings true here tonight. Good to see so many fans out this evening. The Jacksonville folks across the way, their players are out stationed on the baseball field here right next to the Glenn C. Smith Field, getting some last-minute instructions from one of the finest coaches, John, I think, in downstate Illinois, Mark Grounds.
Yeah, Mark Grounds has been there for a long time.
2001.
I was going to say, I knew it was when I was in high school when he had joined there at Jacksonville, and he has been able to do something that not many football coaches at Jacksonville High School have been able to do in finding a way to get 5 wins pretty regularly and get into the playoffs.
And he's been Sacred Heart Griffin a couple times, so folks haven't forgotten about that either. The Saki Marching Band is going to have the national anthem. We'll have it for you here on the stream from the United States Army Band and Choir, and we'll get closer to kickoff on Central Illinois Sports after this.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. The Saki Marching Band with a great rendition of the national anthem of the Pittsfield High School song. They are under the direction of Justin Bangert. Justin Bangert has been the band director for a day or two now, I think circa 2003. He might be one of the longest tenured teachers here, and it looks like he just got back from Hawaii as he has a lei around his neck. I do believe they're honoring the late, great Jimmy Buffett this year, are the Margine Sakis with their field show, and we look forward to seeing that. And, Justin, that's something I think you wanted to bring up. For a football game to be canceled, it affects a lot more than just a football team, and that's what you could have seen if the Sakis and the Crimsons weren't able to meet up here tonight.
That's right. It's more important just for the football players. There's a lot more that goes into the school and the game every night. We got the cheerleaders and the Sockettes and the band and our great student section. They get to come out and enjoy the game too and show off their school pride. If we would have just taken the forfeit, then none of that would have been possible.
And it looks like the student section, someone has stolen their bleachers, so they'll be standing tonight. And it looks like it's whiteout night for the student section, which, good to see them out here this evening and ready to go. A little bit of rain, light rain falling here as the Crimsons are taking the field. They are wearing their white uniforms with the red pants and red numbering here tonight. The Sakis are in the red-on-red uniforms made possible. I believe Coach Mendenhall picked up the uniform matchups here tonight, so glad to see him being able to still gimp along with that bad leg and still have important things like what color uniforms they're wearing. Pittsfield's getting ready to take the field. We'll take our final time out of the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We kick it off in the 2024 high school football season next.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Pittsfield and Jacksonville in IHSA football action. Some light rain falling as the wind now has shifted and coming out of the south now, which might blow some of that weather back our direction. Referees are on the field. They conducted the coin toss a little bit earlier. Pittsfield won the toss and chose to take the ball to start tonight. So we'll get to see one of the most highly touted players for Jacksonville, and that's the kicker in Brandon Sims, a 6', 185-pound senior. Getting some looks by some of the biggest names when it comes to college football for his kicking duties, and has attended quite a few camps. And we're excited to see his skill to be put on display here tonight for the Crimsons. Sims and the Crimsons take the field here. Get ready to kick off. They'll be kicking from the west end of the field. Towards the east, the wind is blowing almost directly across the field. Should not be much of an issue. And, of course, this is, if you've been watching the NFL preseason, this is what they refer to as the old school kickoffs. Not that newfangled stuff they came up with in the XFL. Pittsfield's special teams, coached by Tom Shaw, getting ready to take the field. And we'll see back deep for the Sakis, Taylor Graham, along with Carter Frazier and Lane Foster. Sims has yet to put it on the tee, says the wind's blowing. I've played this game before. I'll wait until I have to at the last moment, so I'll have to sit it back up again here in just a second. Both teams with about mid-50s when it comes to participants, on the sidelines here tonight. If you are looking at the field, you notice there's no numbers on the field. Don't adjust your television screen. They are not here. I don't know if the stencils got stolen or what happened, but we will do our best to track where the ball is on the field. And the first time, and I've been doing this since I was 10. I'm not 10 anymore, 25 years. There's not been numbers on the field. Sims is ready to go, and we are as well on Central Illinois Sports. Sims gets the ready whistle. He will put his boot into this one and pound it deep into the end zone. In fact, it's going to head nearly out of the back of the end zone on the fly, and that'll set up the ball for the Sakis. First and 10 with the touchback here in quarter number 1.
Thought maybe that field goal was going to be good there, Charlie.
He's got quite the leg. I've watched some of his videos that he posts on Twitter, or what are we calling that, X? I'm not sure which one it is, but he can kick a football. I can tell you that for sure. So here come the Pittsfield Sakis, led by junior quarterback Jonas Anderson for the first time this season. They'll have a single receiver out wide to either side. Carter Frazier is the man on the wide side of the field, and on the near side is Taylor Graham. Behind the big offensive line for the Sakis that averages 249 pounds across the board, and first-year starter and senior center Clayton Reinhardt, the lefty. In the middle there, he'll be matched up tonight against a 6'4", 275-pounder in Marati Dandu Mawani at the nose guard spot. Sakis come out in the I formation. Tight end Peterbilt is lined up on the left-hand side, just underway. The first offensive play of the season. Anderson scans the defense. He sets up under center. Parks out the signals, takes the snap. He'll hand it to Davidsmeyer. Running along the left-hand side, gets a short burst on the play. Up near the 24-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Sockies. Davidsmeyer accumulated over 600 yards on the season. Really didn't carry the ball much until the latter half of the year.
The last 4 or 5 games, really, or 4 games.
And racked up some yards. And this is why you're going to see out of Pittsfield this year. They're hoping to keep the ball on the ground, play a little ball possession type of offense rather than putting it in the air as much as they did a year ago.
They're huddling, Charlie, so.
And under center, not the pistol that we've been playing for the last few years.
Frazier to the left, Graham to the right. In the I formation once again, the deep back is Lane Foster. Play clock ticks down to 3. They'll hand it off on the inside. That's Davidsmeyer. He spins away from the first tackler, up across the 25, near the 27-yard line. A gain of 3 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and long 3 for the Sockies. So Jacksonville trying to get off the field on the defensive side as McCombs made the initial hit that time for the Crimsons. 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Ball resting at Pittsfield's own 27-yard line. Same set. Frazier to the left and Graham to the right-hand side. Let's see if the Sockies might want to go with a hard count here, see if they can catch Jacksonville being a little aggressive. Anderson sets up under center. Tried the hard count. Crimsons were bringing the house, it looked like that time, as 3 backers came on the blitz. They did not jump across the line. Anderson changing the play with 10 seconds on the play clock. Peterbilt comes set on the right-hand side. They'll hand it off again to Davidsmeyer, right up the gut, keeping the legs churning. He carries the pile across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll be a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield. Really met right at the line of scrimmage, but a nice job by the Pittsfield offensive line to keep things moving. And Davidsmeyer with the first down of the season for the Sockies, up near closer to the 32-yard line, Justin, maybe a gain of 5.
Surratt had him wrapped up at the line, and he just kept his legs going and pushed right through.
Davidsmeyer, around 200 pounds now, has really worked hard in the offseason to get stronger as well. I formation, the tight end Peterbilt is set up to the right-hand side. They'll hand it off to the deep back, Foster, for the first time. Good carry up near the 39-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. And the ground and pound game for Pittsfield is off to a good start so far tonight, right over the right cheek that time of Owen Shaw to break that hole open for the Sockies.
Nothing glamorous about a good ground game, but it does control the clock and it does move the ball up the field.
The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. 9:05 and counting here in quarter number 1. Pittsfield with a 2nd down and 3 yards to go from their own 39-yard line. 2 receivers now to the right-hand side, as for the first time we'll see Anderson in the pistol. He has the snap, hit in the hands, and it gets pummeled in the backfield. A loss back down to the 35-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play, and it brings up a 3rd down and 7. And the old adage of if it ain't broke, don't fix it comes to mind, as Pittsfield came out in a different formation than they had in their first 5 plays that had been successful. A little bit of a hard snap that time. And Anderson, I'm sure there are some nerves, being the first time he's played in a varsity contest.
New center this year, too. The job belonged to a different kid last year, so Reinhardt's taking that job over. And
I formation again on the 3rd and long now. Anderson hands it off to Foster.
Big
Foster
hole.
makes a man miss, has the first down as he dives forward across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Give him 11 on the play and a 1st and 10 for the Sockies. Foster is explosive out of the backfield. He had limited carries really for Pittsfield a season ago, but he has come out running well to start this contest, as Peterbilt will get a break for the first time tonight. And you'll see lining up at the tight end spot Luke Archer, the 6'3", 200-pound senior. Archer adds a little more quickness, but he and Peterbilt both big, strong kids. Play clock down to 10 as Anderson sets up under center. He wants to put a man in motion in Frazier. Frazier stops out there. They'll pitch it outside to Foster. Foster hits the hole hard. He's up near the 50-yard line. Call it the 49. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Trying to get into Crimson territory for the first time tonight. Pittsfield avoided what could have been a big turnover early. as Anderson was able to corral it, took the sack, but the next play by Foster resulted in a first down. They gave him nearly 6 yards on that, or 4 yards on that, Justin.
Yeah.
2nd and 6 almost.
On that first down play, their line really opened up a hole for Foster, and he was already past the linebackers before they had time to react.
2nd down and 6 from the 49. Anderson takes a gander at the play clock that is lit up and counting down bright and beautifully here tonight with the I formation behind him. He'll hand it off to the deep back. That's Foster. This time he's met in the backfield and taken down. Tackle around the play this time is Sam Lockman on the big stop. Stops him at the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss, and it's a 3rd down and 6. So a 3rd down and 6 yards to go. If you're Pittsfield, and let's say you pick up 4 or 5 here, I would believe you would try to go for it on the ground. If you don't, you probably played a little more conservatively and try to pin the Crimsons deep. Pittsfield's had the ball for nearly 6 minutes here in the first quarter, as there's 6:11 and counting in the first. Frazier split wide to the left. It's Graham to the right. Under center is the quarterback, Anderson. He bobbles the snap, and it's going to be a false start on the Sockies.
Yeah.
Probably fortunate, really, that it was a false start. That'll move it back to the 44 and bring up a 3rd down and 11. And that is the one danger that you have when it comes to running this type of an offense is penalties like this, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. You're not really made for that type of situation. But they're made for it now as we see Jaron Lawson check in for the first time, the 5'8", 180-pound senior. Previously played with the Pleasant Hill Wolves. He's relocated to Pittsfield, and out there in his senior season, he'll set up on the slot. To his right is Graham as Frazier's out to the left-hand side. Jacksonville's got 4 defensive backs, call it 5, back near the sticks where Pittsfield needs to go. In the pistol is Anderson. He'll roll out to his right, sets his feet, throws downfield looking for his tight end and Archer. Archer will get a short gain on the play up near the 47-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll bring up a 4th down and 8 and what should be a punting situation for the Sockies. He went out of bounds, so the clock stops at the 5:49 mark, and the Sockies do bring the punt team onto the field. So punt return will be Crucifixio Mitchell, the 5'9", 165-pound senior. Cook stands at his own 34-yard line. Mitchell is back near his, I believe that's the 20. On a 4th and 8, good snap. He puts his boot into this one. Mitchell will let it bounce, and it'll take a
good roll.
Fortuitous bounce for the Sockies and stop right at the 6-yard line.
Nice.
And that's where Jacksonville will start 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Crimsons from their own 6-yard line. 5:38 to play in the first. After this word from Da Foods.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That Food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Pittsfield's first drive stalls out. A good punt, though, by Tucker Cook has pinned the Crimsons back deep with 5:38 to play in the first. They'll start from their own 6-yard line. They'll see first-time starter Braden Hutchison at the quarterback spot. Send a single receiver out wide to the left-hand side. And a man to the right is Mitchell. Triple option here for the Crimsons, as Hutchison will set up under center. A big offensive line of Jacksonville ready to go to work. They'll hand the ball off. Ball carrier is Williams. Williams will make a man miss. Now he's tackled and taken down near the line of gain here. Looks like he's up near the 16-yard line. Should be enough for a first down as Lamarian Williams was the ball carrier. And they're going to mark him just short or say move the chains. They'll say move the sticks. A gain of 10.
First down for Jacksonville.
Williams is a 5'8", 205-pound senior for this Crimson outfit. And he ran hard and very quickly there.
And got a lot of block, too.
He is set up from the fullback position. 5:03 to play in the first. Under center again is Hutchison. He'll put a man in motion left to right. Going to pitch it outside. This is to Ackerman. Ackerman looking for the corner. He's got it. Turns the corner, has the first down as he's ridden out of bounds there. Near the 30-yard line by Foster. A gain of 14 on the play and another 1st and 10 for the Crimsons. Their offense cooking early here. 4:49 to play in the opening quarter.
Jackson on the carry for Jacksonville.
Ackerman was the ball carrier that time. Easton Ackerman, the 6'1", 185-pound junior. Hutchison brings the play in from the sideline. He'll send Mitchell out wide to the right-hand side and out wide to the left. Number 43. I don't have a 43 on my roster, guys. Only knew of one number change. They'll run the pitch, get it outside. Man tries to break a tackle, and a good open field tackle here by Carter Frazier.
Darren Henry on the carrier.
Ball carrier is Henry. He's taken down for a short gain. Give him a gain of 3 on the play to the 33. Brings up a second down and 7.
Frazier did a good job that time of wrapping him up around the legs and just not allowing him anywhere to go.
Frazier's another kid for Pittsfield that's worked really hard to get himself stronger in the off season to be able to compete more readily at the varsity level. 4:18 and counting in the first. No score on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Hutchison will be under center. The junior quarterback sets up under McCombs, who is a big young man. They'll pitch it outside this time. Trying to turn the corner. Man breaks a tackle and is ridden down shy of the 48-yard line.
I don't have his number either. It was number 11.
I believe on that carry was Terrian Jackson.
Another first down by Jacksonville.
Up to the 48, a gain of 15 on the play by Jackson, and a first and 10 for the Crimsons. Different numbers than what were originally on the roster, so we're trying to learn some names that are numbered a little differently here. First and 10 from their own 48-yard line for the Crimsons. This drive started at their own 6, 2 minutes ago to be exact. They'll put a man in motion in Jackson. They'll hand it off to Williams. Williams looking for some running room. He breaks a tackle and he's outside and he's off to the races. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and everybody thought the play was dead, and it was not. It's a 52-yard scamper to the end zone by Lamarian Williams. That comes to the 3:28 mark of the first quarter, and Jacksonville takes the early 6-0 lead. There were a lot of guys standing around thinking the pile was stopped there, and it was not, as Williams bounced it outside and took it to the house on the 52-yard run for Williams. And puts the Crimsons on top 6-0. So a drive that goes 94 yards for Jacksonville results in the first score of the night. And on to kick is Braden Sims. Sims for the extra point attempt here. The snapper on this play is still McCombs. He is the center on the regular offense as well, as Sims marks off his steps here. He tells his holder he is ready. It's a low snap, put down, kicked up, and has plenty of distance and is good. Crimson's on top 7-0, 3:23 to play in the first as you watch high school football action on Central Illinois Sports.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Crimson strike first on a drive that started at their own 6, results in a 52-yard run by Lamarian Williams to put Jacksonville on top. The kick after was good by Sims to make it 7-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Graham is back deep to receive this kick for Pittsfield. Pittsfield had a good drive to stall out, and then Jacksonville really did a nice job to get out of the shadows of their own goalpost, starting at their own 6, and the big play by Williams, and I think if you'll go back and watch the film, Pittsfield had guys standing around thinking the play was over, and it was far from that. Sims is ready to boot this one. The last time he kicked it 9 yards deep into the end zone. Of course, in high school football, if it goes into the end zone, it's a dead ball. You can't bring it out. And this one will go into the end zone and be a dead ball that you can't bring out.
It was only like 2 yards deep, though.
Pittsfield will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, which, when you have a weapon like Sims and you can flip the field, it is a huge advantage, and he'll be a guy Jacksonville will really rely on this season. 3:23 to play in the opening quarter. 7-0 the Crimsons on top.
Well, and you keep, some of the other team's most dynamic players from touching the ball on that play where big plays can happen.
Yeah, in the league the Crimsons play in, you don't usually want to kick it to the returners because that could turn into 6 in a hurry. Pittsfield comes out with 2 receivers to the right-hand side in Lawson and Graham. Frazier split wide to the left. As it's an off-balance I formation now with Peterbo off the line from the tight end spot. They'll put Lawson in motion. They'll hand it off to him on the jet sweep. He'll turn the corner on the outside. Makes a man miss. Looks like he has a first down, and it's not your grandfather's jet sweep. He's got the first down up near the 32-yard line. A gain of 12 on the play and a first and 10.
The jet sweep, historically one of Charlie's favorite plays.
Last year we ran it for -4
on the
average.
year. Yeah.
So Jared Lawson with a good carry with a new team. Gives Pittsfield a fresh set of downs with just over 3 minutes to play in the first. If you're the Sockies, you'd like to have this ball well into the second quarter. If you're Jacksonville, you're looking for a turnover and another quick score to try to get the dauber down of your opponent.
Yeah, the Sockies would like to run this clock all the way almost to halftime and then score.
Under center is Anderson. Double tight set this time. The big boy's out there, though. Give it out to Foster. Makes a man miss and then gets walloped right in the middle of the field that time by Sam Lockman. Lockman on the stop. A gain of 2 on the play to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 8. That time Foster juked one man, and then all of a sudden those linebackers were flowing over. And Lockman put the lock down on him that time, the 5'10", 210-pound senior.
He kind of got turned there at the line, too, so he didn't even see him coming. Tough kid, though. He popped right back up.
Davidsmeyer lines up at the fullback spot. It's Graham wide right, Frazier wide left. 3-man front for the Crimsons with 3 linebackers. Anderson under center with 2 seconds on the play clock, just does get it off. He's going to run the option. Turn back inside, and a nice play this time by a pair of Crimsons. On the tackle that time, Jackson, and also, I believe it was Ackerman. A gain up to the 35-yard line, a gain of a yard, and it brings up a 3rd down and 7. Was trying to run the option, and a good job by the Crimsons. They had both men covered, so that time Anderson just went forward and got what he could. It wasn't much, and it's 3rd down and 7 for the Sockies.
It was a good decision by Anderson, though, because pitching the ball there is probably going to result in a turnover.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Good decision by our first-year quarterback.
Anderson is under center once again, in the eye. See if they can get the ball to Foster in space again here. They'll hand it off on the inside, hand off to Davidsmeyer, breaks a tackle, stretches forward, and he's near the sticks. Looks like he has it, and he does for the first down up near the 44-yard line. A gain of 9, and it's a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield.
Davidsmeyer can break a couple tackles and get onto the open field. He is still a very quick young man, and he can make things go.
He's not really a stop and change directions back like Foster is, but
he's more, I'm going to run over top of you and then keep running, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Single receiver wide to the left is Frazier. He sets up off the line. Graham is on the near side of the field as the Sockies, wearing the Reds tonight, have Anderson under center. He'll keep it himself as he had the little misdirection play and is ridden out of bounds.
Whoa.
Takes a slip on the slip and slide here up to the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 6. Really a pretty good read that time by Anderson as everybody bit on the fullback, and he gains, wow, Justin, a solid 6 yards there. Look at that spot.
I bit on the fullback, Charlie.
We
might have not seen that entire play.
I might have been on the fullback too, so
it's a lot closer to
good fake.
2nd down and 4.5 or 5 yards than it was the original 4, I thought, to the 49, in fact. Sockies man went out of bounds, so the clock stopped here. 31.7 seconds to play in the first. Jonas Anderson calls the line set. Here come the Packers on a blitz. He's back to pass. Now he steps up, runs through some tacklers, and is taken down, but he's got enough for the first down in Crimson territory to the 46-yard line. And we've got a whistle and a
injury?
Oh, they're just going to move the sticks.
Oh, okay.
All right. A gain of 5 on the play, Justin, and a 1st and 10 on another nice run by the quarterback in Anderson.
Saki's using those counters, using the misdirection. Again, fake handoff there to Davidsmeyer.
I believe the clock should be running here, and they'll just run it out. 25.6 seconds. And they'll start it, and that means that this will be the end of the first. 25.6 seconds are on the clock, which means they'll reset the play clock, and Pittsfield should not have to go here. The referee's asking if they can raise the roof. Come on. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Will Pittsfield have to run a play, or will they not? There's 0.9 of a second's difference. Pittsfield thinks it's going to go to
Well, it should have been
quarter.
a 30-second shot, or a 30-second shot clock.
Oh.
A 30-second play clock.
Thanks. Bring that up already, will you?
No, sorry. Sorry, Coach Tom, if I didn't mean to.
Either way, they're going to let it run out, and after a quarter, it's going to be Jacksonville 7, Pittsfield nothing. Back with second quarter action after this.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Ready to start second quarter action. Jacksonville on top 7-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Pittsfield, however, has the ball first and 10 from the Crimson 46-yard line as we get set to start quarter number 2. Hey, a shout out to our friends at Bowlers Universe. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Well, great burgers, great specials each day, and fun with your friends and all the great food at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield.
Charlie, the entire Saki offense minus their two running backs was on the correct side of the ball. The two running backs wanted to run the ball the other way.
They're like, no, we're going this way.
We're going to go this way now, guys.
Misdirection.
You brought it across the 50. You don't want to bring it across the 50 again.
All right, John's here. A receiver out to the left-hand side. A single man to the right as the Sakis will set up in the I formation. It appears that Archer is the tight end on the near side here as Anderson sets up with a fresh set of downs. Crimson's really cheating up now on the linebacker spots as they'll send Frazier in motion. Pitch it outside. Looking for some running room is Foster. Cuts back, dives forward, gets a short gain on the play. Inside the 45 to the 44-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play, and it brings up a second down and 8 yards to go.
Lane doing a good job of cutting back there and finding a little crease to keep that from being a negative yard situation.
Second down and 8 from the 44-yard line of Jacksonville. This is about the same spot Pittsfield's drive stalled out on their first drive of the evening, near midfield. Crimson started at their own 6, but marched it down the field quickly on the ground.
Having a little issue getting a play in there, but we got it now, and we're under center, ready to go.
6 seconds on the play clock. Pittsfield might need to burn a timeout here. They will not. They'll get the play off. Some confusion, but Davidsmeyer gets it and pounds ahead inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain on the play of 5 yards. And it brings up a third down and 3.
Can you just say if there's confusion on the play, just run Jesse right or Jesse left?
Well,
just run over a guard?
Jesse knew what he was doing. He was going downfield.
On the Northwestern Mutual replay, a little confusion, but Davidsmeyer says just take it and run it forward. Thanks to Sheila Davidsmeyer and her team at Northwestern Mutual for sponsoring the instant replay here on Central Illinois Sports. Pittsfield has a third down and 3 yards to go from the Crimson 39-yard line. 4 down territory now if you're the Sakis. I formation. They've got Bodine Marable set up in the backfield as the offset I. They'll hand it off to the deep back in Foster. Foster cuts back, finds the seam. Ball is out, and Jacksonville has it. Wrestling it out of his hands is one of the best wrestlers in Jacksonville Crimson's program in Aiden Surratt. He stripped it and took it away at the 33-yard line, and that's where the Crimsons will take over first and 10 as the defense gets the first takeaway of the evening. Surratt got both mitts on him that time, and he gave Foster a 7-yard gain, but it's all for naught as it's the first turnover of this evening. Really good job, and we talked about the wrestling prowess of Surratt, and you see him celebrating as he takes that ball toward the sideline with the Crimsons. First and 10 from their own 33. 10-18 to play here in quarter number 2. Jacksonville on top 7-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Hutchison lines up under center. A single receiver out to the left-hand side is Mitchell. Bring Ackerman a little closer in from that wing spot. He'll hand it off to Williams. Williams is tripped up, taken down after a short gain. They'll mark him shy of the 35 at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 9. Williams, of course, had the big 52-yard run. That resulted in the only score of this contest. A gain of a yard this time to the 34 for Williams. Just under 10 minutes to play in this first half. It's been a quick one. With both teams keeping it on the ground. Have we seen a pass yet tonight? Pittsfield has completed one, a short one.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only attempt,
3
I believe.
to Archer.
Crimsons have yet to go to the air. Would they try to here? Hutchison under center. Puts Ackerman in motion, going to pitch it to him, running along the left-hand side. Easton Ackerman makes a tackle, still on his feet. They're trying to drag him down. He's up near the first down marker, and he has it. Has the first down near the 43-yard line. A pickup on the play of 9 yards, and that's what the Crimsons needed for a 1st and 10. So Jacksonville racking up the rushing yardage early here. And they have a 1st and 10 from the Pitts. Check that from their own 40, we'll call it the 44-yard line. There are no numbers, so you will listen to what I have to say about it. 1st and 10. Man must have gone out of bounds. That's why the clock is stopped there. Williams will take it up the middle here, trying to bounce it outside for the big gain, and not much there this time. Looked like Archer in on the stop for the Sakis. A gain of
1, maybe?
1, maybe 2.
Maybe a half a yard on the play. We're going to call that a 2nd and 10, is what I would call it.
Yeah, we're going to call no gain.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Archer from the outside linebacker spot that time turned Williams back.
Which is not an easy task to do because Williams is low to the ground and he can push a line.
A lot of power, yeah. 205 pounds at 5'8".
Yeah.
It's hard to tackle. Kind of like tackling a bowling ball. Now they'll run the option out here. Ackerman getting chased down in the backfield. And he's taken down. Taken down that time. Tucker Cook, he says, I'll see your wrestler and bring our wrestler. Back down to the 38-yard line. A loss of 6 on the play and brings up a 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Again, wrestling translates so well into the game of football, and you saw it from Surratt getting the strip, and you'll see it on the Northwestern Mutual replay here from Cook. Watch when he gets Hutchison in his mitts. There's just nothing he could do to get away. And the big sack for the Pittsfield defense brings up a 3rd down and 16. See if the Crimsons go to the air for the first time tonight. Hutchison will be under center. 2 receivers out wide to the left-hand side. He is back to pass, looking for the quick hitter. A high catch here by Jackson. Jackson going to be taken down up near the 46-yard line. And then there's a penalty flag that flies in late, and this will be huge. Who's the flag against? The referee says it is an illegal block in the back against the Crimsons. Play was up near the 46-yard line, so it would be a gain of 8 yards on the play and bring up a 3rd and long.
I'd have to think the Sakis will say, we will not take that. Thank you.
I would think they would turn it down, and Jacksonville with Sims would punt it and try to pin Pittsfield deep and flip the field here. That's my guess. Let's see what happens. They'll turn it down. So a gain just enough to the 46-yard line, a gain of 8 yards on the play, on the pass, and brings up a 4th down and 8.
It was an 8-yard pass to Mitchells who had that ball, not Jackson.
Okay, thank you.
Be a 10-yard penalty. Crimsons are going to repeat 3rd down, I believe.
Oh,
what?
Now the Sakis
evidently are going to take it.
Going to take the penalty.
Never mind all the words we said.
All right, back to the 34 it goes.
10-yard penalty.
Try to predict the mind of a head coach, Charlie.
3rd down and 20-ish from where the play happened. I would just not want to give Jacksonville a chance to get the ball to a playmaker in space here. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out.
After you give up a 52-yard run earlier, I think you just take what you can get.
Hutchison back to pass, rolling out to his left. Now he's going to step up and try to run. Evades one tackler. Now Shaw will run him down, And now the Crimsons will have it 4th down and about 4 yards to go from the 50. Gain of 16 on the scramble, and it's 4th and 4. And now I think you'll see Jacksonville go for it.
I would think so. Well, they didn't give him a very good spot.
Yeah, the ball's on the
49.
So.
Yeah.
Still a 15-yard gain.
Yeah.
And it's 4th and about 4.5, 5 yards, no matter how you chalk it up here. Now we see Jaron White coming out of the game with a cramp, it looks like. It's a humid evening, not extremely hot.
Still a tough week. I'm sure they've been practicing in the mornings. It's been hard to get practices in, too.
Tis true.
The heat.
Tis true. Hutchison under center. Crimson's trying to convert. Tries the hard count, sends Ackerman in motion. Hands it off to Williams. Williams is wrapped up in the backfield and taken down. It's Cordell McKee on the stop for the Sockies.
Nice job.
No gain on the play, no loss, and a turnover on downs with 6 minutes and 48 seconds to play in the first half. We're back to live action after this word from Pike County Lumber.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
6:48 to play in the first half. Pittsfield takes over 1st and 10 after their defense gets a big stop, after Jacksonville's defense got a big takeaway. Sockies will start in Crimson territory for the first time on the evening. From the 49.
Should the clock be running?
No. It's
Okay.
a change of possession. I have no idea why the clock is running right now.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
Unless that rule has changed. Pittsfield with a reverse here. They're going to get it to Graham, and Graham's got some running room, and blockers out in front. Bounces it outside. It's his lead blocker is the quarterback in Anderson, and finally will be stopped out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Again on the play of 14 yards and a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield. Watch the quarterback Anderson come around the side and pick up a key block. That's what you want out of your quarterback, a guy who's not afraid to stick his nose right in there and do the dirty work. 1st and 10 from the Crimson 35-yard line. A little excitement on the Saki sideline for the first time in a couple of years. 6:24 to play in the half. 7-0 Jacksonville, but Pittsfield with a fresh set of downs at the Crimson 35. If you're Pittsfield, you have to learn how to finish in these situations. If you're Jacksonville, you know that Surratt is out there going, give me another chance to take a ball away again. Looks like Surratt's actually subbed out here right at the moment. Anderson takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. Davidsmeyer, big gain on the play. Taken down by Ackerman, but not until he gets to the 21-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a 1st and 10. To the 21-yard line. Clock rolling here in the second period as Jesse Davidsmeyer picking up some pretty good chunks here tonight.
First down number 6 of the night.
And we will get a timeout on the field taken by the Crimson. 6:03 to play in the half. It's Jacksonville 7, Pittsfield nothing.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
6:03 to play in the half as Jacksonville calls their first timeout of the contest. Crimsons will have 2 remaining here. I don't know why both teams started the game with 0 timeouts on the scoreboard, but I blame John. It is a 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 21 for Pittsfield. There's the Honorable Chief of Pittsfield himself, Mike Starman. Honorable. Under center is Jackson. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer, running up the gut, carrying the pile with him as he just keeps dragging men along to the 20s. Check that 16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up a 2nd down and 5. Nothing fancy for the Saki offense tonight, but follow Perry, White, Reinhardt, McKee and Shaw, and they might take you where you want to go, and that's the end zone.
The clock just keeps on rolling.
Here comes Peterbilt back on the field along with Bodie Marable as Frazier and Graham check out. Saki's one of the heavy set here. Got to hurry as they bring the play in with 12 seconds on the play clock. They still have 3 timeouts. I wouldn't be afraid to use one here if you're Pittsfield. Don't want to rush through this. As Anderson comes set with 3 on the play clock, he barks out the signals, takes the snap, hands it off to Foster. Foster makes one man miss, again dives forward. Inside the 15, down near the 13, a gain of 3 on the play, and this will bring up a 3rd down and a long 2.
Foster's done a good job so far of falling forward when he has an opportunity, and that's given him some extra yardage.
3rd and 2 for the Sakis with under 5 minutes to play in this first half. Jacksonville scored with how much time left in that first quarter, Justin? 3:23?
3:23.
And Pittsfield has got 1 stop in this, and this is their first drive of the second quarter. There's not been very many possessions, and it may come down to who has the ball last in this game.
This is Saki's 3rd possession.
Anderson under center with the I formation. Marable offset to the right-hand side of the backfield. There's a penalty flag flying here, and what's this going to be? A false start. False start, so instead of a 3rd and 2, it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 here.
Nope. Oh. Not. Defensive encroachment.
Ooh, had a man line up in the neutral zone. John led us astray again. And that'll move the ball down to the 8-yard line and be a 1st and goal for the Sakis from the 8. Drop the sticks.
On most high school plays, Charlie, any referee will tell you, you could almost always call a false start on someone.
Oh, I'm sure there's somebody who moves.
So
4 minutes, 27 seconds to play in the half. Can Pittsfield finish out this drive? They all look at their wrists. Say, what time is it? Game time! That was corny. Under center is Anderson. I formation with Davidsmeyer in the fullback position. And Foster in the tailback. Move the heavy package to the left. See if the Sakis want to go that direction, and they will. They'll give it off to Foster. Has a man out in front. Cuts back, and he has 6.
Touchdown.
That's 6 for the Sakis with 4:03 to play in the half as Lane Foster takes it in from 8 yards out. And Pittsfield, with the impending extra point, could tie this game up at 7 points apiece. The holder will be Carter Frazier. The kicker will be Tucker Cook. Or will it? That looks like Bodie Marable set up to kick this.
It does.
So Marable going to try for the extra point attempt here, the junior.
I coached that boy in soccer, and he is a
pretty
good kicker.
If he makes it, we'll give you credit. And if he misses it, we will also.
Also give me credit? I'll take it.
The hold is down. The kick is up. Marable's kick is partially blocked at the line. It does not make it to the upright. And Justin coached him in soccer. 4 minutes, 3 seconds to play in the half as Lane Foster puts the Sakis on the board. It's Jacksonville 7, Pittsfield 6.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season. If you are looking to get team shirts or spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square feet of retail space, so pop in and see what we have to offer. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, and banners. The Walker family has proudly owned and operated Press Yours On You for over 18 years. Being a small-town business, our goal is customer satisfaction. We would like to thank everyone who has supported us. As always, thank you for supporting local.
Pittsfield takes the ball from their opponent's 49-yard line and into the end zone with 4:03 to play in the first half on an 8-yard run by Lane Foster. The kick after was no good, and Jacksonville maintains a lead of the slimmest margins here, 7-6. As Cook will set up to kick this one off, back deep for the Crimsons. I believe we see Mitchell, and if I can get the other young man to turn this way, I can tell you who that is, but I can't see him. He's
number 3, possibly?
Sideways, that's Darren Henry. Cook can boot it, I would think, farther than where they're at right now. Let's see. He will boot this one, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback, and the Crimsons will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 4 minutes, 3 seconds to play here in the first half. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with all of your banking needs, from auto, residential, and commercial loans, and even agricultural. You can give Damon a call, 217-285-44 0-4. 7-6 the score, 4:03 to play in the half. Crimson start at their own 20-yard line, looking for a good long drive. They'll also get the ball to start the second half, so this could be a big possession for Jacksonville.
Pittsfield's going to look to keep their momentum going. Good defensive stop here. Still plenty of time left. They could probably, hopefully, if they could get a stop, maybe catch back up here.
Hutchison is under center, puts a man in motion, going to hand it off to the fullback. That's Lamarian Williams. Williams going to be taken down by Shaw there after a short gain to the 21-yard line, a gain of a yard, second down and 9. There's not a lot of fanciness when it comes to these two teams' play calling right now. It's a lot of ground and pounded, run right at you. It's our big guys trying to do better than your big guys on this play, just to give a little bit of a seam to the little fellas in the backfield. Although for both teams, those fullbacks aren't little guys. Both about 200 pounds. Single receiver out wide to either side as Hutchison sets up under center. Puts a man in motion. He will hand it off again. Williams will be wrestled down this time by Luke Archer after another gain of 2 on the play to the 23-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and 7 yards to go.
And a lot of times this is exactly what they want you to do. Go fullback, and suck you in, and then go outside, and
get that quick.
Off they go for 6.
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of passing attempts for Jacksonville tonight. Hutchison did have he had a nice run on that QB scramble, though, so he showed he's a weapon out of the backfield. He'll be under center here with a single man split wide to the left and one to the right-hand side. Kind of bunched up in tight.
The only pass attempt they've had is...
They'll pitch it outside this time. Henry looking for some running room. Check that's Jackson. Jackson, the ball carrier. Didn't get a block, and he's taken out at the 24-yard line, a gain of a yard. Pittsfield will take a timeout here as it's 4th and 6 for the Crimsons with 2:35 to play in the half. Sakis will get the ball back after a punt from Sims, and we'll have that action for you after this.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
2:35 to play in the half. 7-6 is the Jacksonville lead. Pittsfield took their first time out of the contest. 4th and 6 for the Crimsons. Ball is at their own 24-yard line. Pittsfield will send a single man back in Graham to receive the punt as Sims will punt from his own 10-yard line.
Sakis did a good job staying at home on that toss play there. Didn't go for the misdirection there.
Pittsfield also has Lawson up in front. He stands at about his own 49 in case you get a miss kick, but you're not going to get a miss kick from this kid. Here's the snap. It's low. Sims has to pick it up off the bounce, and he will still put his boot into this one. A high kick. Sakis need to get away from it here, and they will. But it takes a nice Crimson bounce inside the 30-yard line, I think.
Sure.
It's right on.
It's right at the 30.
There's a 40, so that's my guess.
And that's where Pittsfield starts 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line with 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play here in the first half.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, we're your low-overhead EV dealer. Curious about EVs? Come check out a Mach-E with me, Wade. I drive one, and I love mine. Westtown Ford, Jacksonville, Illinois, westtownford.com.
2:22 to play here in the half. Pittsfield starts 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, down 7-6. They're going to need some big plays. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Jacksonville has the only takeaway in this game. That was the strip fumble by Surratt. Anderson under center for Pittsfield now, the first play of this drive. He is going to pitch it outside to Foster. Foster has a blocker out in front of Marable. Big gain on the play. Breaks the tackle. He might go. 45-40, 35-30, 15. One man to beat. Crucifixio. Mitchell will not catch him, and he'll take it to the house. takes it on the play, 70 yards on the touchdown run by Lane Foster. And Pittsfield has their first lead of the season, 12-7. 2:08 to play in the half. What a job out in front that time by Marable. And I believe also Shaw was down there quite a ways to help lead the charge. And Pittsfield has a 12-7 lead, and I would assume they will now go for two. As here comes the offense back onto the field as Archer comes off a little lame here. Not sure if it's a cramp or a twisted ankle. Pittsfield to go for two to try to make it a 14-7 lead. Anderson under center and the I formation. A lot of bodies in a tight amount of space here on this two-point try from the 3-yard line. They'll send Anderson back to pass. Looks to the corner of the end zone, and there he's got his man, Carter Frazier, on the catch. And Pittsfield takes the 14-7 lead. 2:08 to play in the first half. Foster with a big 70-yard run. And Pittsfield leads Jacksonville 14-7.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our second generation, we are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales. So whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
2:08 to play in the first half. It's a 14-7 lead for Pittsfield. On top of Jacksonville as the Sockies will set to kick this one off here.
The returners are a little deeper this time, Charlie.
Yeah, they probably. I mean, both these. I mean, Sims obviously. I think Sims has a little more of that next level type of leg, but Cook is pretty solid, folks. I mean, he no joke. And he'll look to kick it off deep here. Mitchell and Henry back deep, and it'll kick a line drive kick, and Mitchell will come up and have it hit him in the chest. Gets it, picks it up at the 20-yard line, makes a man miss 25, 30, makes another man miss, still on his feet down the sideline. Mitchell all the way out to the 43 on a good return that time of 23
flag
yards by
end.
Crucifixio Mitchell, and then a penalty flag flies, and Jacksonville may get some more yardage here. To the 43 is where he took it. What's the flag going to be about here? Referees get together to talk about this one. Has been a fairly penalty-free game here so far.
3 penalties. Jacksonville with 2 for 15 yards and Pittsfield 1 for 5.
So pretty minimal. Referee will come and they're going to march us off for Jacksonville, but what is the call? He tosses the ball, an underhand toss, a nice one that he did here. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Jacksonville.
No.
No.
He says, no, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Pittsfield.
I was just kidding. That's not what I meant.
He says there's angels in the outfield. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And take Jacksonville into Pittsfield territory, and not what you wanted if you are the Sockies. As now Zach Ferguson asks for an explanation from the official.
He's going to say, well, he hit him when he was already out of bounds. If I were to guess.
And it'll be to the 43 is where the Crimsons will have it, at the Pittsfield 43, and good field position here for Jacksonville, trying to tie this game up before the half. 1:59 to play in the half. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Hutchison is under center. Double wing formation, puts a man in motion in Henry. Hands it off, no, going to pitch it outside. Has it to Jackson on this side of the field. Turns the corner and is hit out of bounds here by Davidsmeyer, running him down finally near the 21-yard line. Let's say he stayed in bounds, a gain of 22 yards on the play, and a 1st and 10 for the Crimsons. Big play there by Jackson.
I'm sorry, how many yards was that?
That was a pick on the play of 22 yards. 1:37 and counting here in the half. Crimsons take their time as they come to the line of scrimmage here. Hutchison under center. Puts man in motion in Henry. Going to pitch it to him along the left-hand side. Pittsfield tries to turn it back in. Cannot. Henry's got reservations for 6. Henry around the left side, and the Crimsons take it quickly into the end zone. The good field position set up by the penalty by Pittsfield sets Jacksonville up for success, and the Crimsons know what to do with it here. They make it a 14-13 game, and Sims is on to tie it up. 1:17 to play in the half. Little things become big things. 21-yard run that time by Darren Henry. He's a freshman, 5'8", 140 pounds, and he's got some electricity in those spikes. Sims is on for the extra point attempt as John Harper III is his holder. The snapper is McCombs, the 6'5", 290-pound senior. Sims was good on his only attempt so far tonight, by about 30 yards. And as long as he gets a good snap here, we're about to be tied at 14 points apiece. It is a good snap. It's a good hold, and this one is boomed into... No, they're going to say wide left. They say it went wide left there and no good. So it stays 14-13, 1:17 to play in the half. As you'll see it again on the Northwestern Mutual replay, Darren Henry, 4-6.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
They don't call them the best color commentators in the industry for nothing, folks. 1:17 to play in the half, and Jacksonville misses the extra point. And it stays 14-13.
See if Sims dialed in that goal line yet.
Man, they said he missed it left, and it must have just missed because he had plenty of leg behind it.
Foster, Frazier, and Carter back to receive for the Sakis.
Foster, Frazier, and Foster. Or Foster, Frazier, and
Carter, which is
Carter.
Just Frazier.
Same guy. Attorneys at law. I don't think they're going to get much of a chance to return this one.
Well, the first one was 9 yards deep. The second one was about a yard deep, so maybe he's going to try to drop this one right on the goal line.
Sims says, you ready? Yep. You ready? Yep. And he puts his boot into this one, and it's going to go about 9 yards deep.
About 9 yards deep.
That'll be a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield from their own 20-yard line with 1:17 to play in the half. If you're the Sakis, you'd like another 70-yard run by Lane Foster, or 80, as it may be, that they need here. The big thing you want to do here, if you're Pittsfield, is take care of the ball. Jacksonville looking to try to take one away, maybe steal the score here at the end of the first half. Good contest here in week number 1, though, on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 2 timeouts for both teams. Pittsfield starts at their own 20-yard line as Anderson will be under center. Graham is wide to the right-hand side. Single receiver to the left is Carter Frazier. As Anderson looks to run the option, keeps it on the right-hand side, gets chased down from behind after a gain across the 25 near the 27-yard line. 7-yard gain on the play brings up a 2nd down and 3. 2nd down and 3 yards to go with a minute to play in the half. If you're Pittsfield, you pick up a 1st down here, then you maybe start thinking about those timeouts and the game plan changes a little bit. Still don't have to get too crazy here.
You don't want to give Jacksonville too much time if you don't get the 1st down.
Anderson is in the shotgun. Oh, ball is loose as they hand it off to Davidsmeyer. He's across the 30 to the 31. It looks like Pittsfield has recovered. And they have.
They roll the clock.
They'll have the 1st down, and we'll see a timeout here. The ball is to the 31-yard line, a gain of 4. Pittsfield will take the timeout. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line after they avoid disaster with 41.9 seconds to play in the half. We're back with you on the other side of this break.
For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small one-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield.
41.9 seconds to play in the half as Pittsfield takes their second timeout. This break in the action brought to you by Adams Fiber. For the fastest internet service anywhere, it's Adams Fiber. Visit followthefiber.net or give them a call, 217-214-3423.
I want 44.8 back on the clock.
44.8.
44.8.
On the clock. You could tell us all day long, bud, but
there they got it.
There we go.
Behind door number 1. 44.8 seconds left on the clock as they add a little bit of time. Nothing but it, they say.
Play comes in. I don't know why we didn't already call it.
Now they'll blow it live, and here we go. It's a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield from their own 31-yard line. I formation here behind the quarterback, Jonas Anderson. Crumpson's come on the blitz, and they hit they hit Davidsmeyer right at the line of scrimmage. He'll be taken down, no gain, no loss on the play to the 31. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Jacksonville really bringing the house that time. If you're Pittsfield and you ever had a little quick hitter on a pass, this might be the time to try it.
Yeah, we only had the one. Actually, that's the only pass attempt for either team that's counted. Jacksonville had one, but it was called back on a penalty.
And the Sockies look up at the clock. They'll have to run one more play, and it looks like Zach Ferguson is going to say, I can't take these timeouts to the second half, so I will not. As he's going to let it run down here. Or where is he? He's right next to the official, and he says, no boss. All right, that's halftime. And the Little Jess Motors halftime show, where the Pittsfield Sockies hold a 14-13 lead over Jacksonville. We're back with halftime stats and more after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Is predator hunting your thing? Game Masters has you covered. We have way more than just deer and turkey hunting gear, safes, clothes, and gifts. Come check out our predator guns, calls, decoys, lights, traps, binoculars, bipods, tripods, and shooting sticks. Don't forget your thermal and night vision, rifle scopes, trapping equipment, and supplies. Whether your next game pursuit is big or small, runs or flies, Game Masters has what you need to get the job done. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It is a 14-13 lead for the Pittsfield Sockies on top of the Jacksonville Crimsons here at the break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn, ornaments, statues, fountains, and much, much more. Stop by and see Smilin' Rick and Tracy Reel at Real Net and Twine, or call 217-285-5013. Recapping the scoring drives in this first half, Jacksonville struck first at the 3:23 mark of the first quarter. Lamarian Williams with a 52-yard run. The kick by Sims was good to make it 7-0. Then with 4:03 to play in the second quarter, Lane Foster with an 8-yard run. The Bodie Marable kick was short, and it was 7-6 Jacksonville. Pittsfield took the lead at the 2:08 mark of the second quarter. Lane Foster a 70-yard run. The two-point try was good from Anderson to Frazier. Pittsfield led 14-7, but Jacksonville responded quickly after getting aided with a big penalty on the kick return. With 1:17 to play in the half, Darren Henry, the 21-yard touchdown run, the kick by Sims was wide left. And that's how we arrive at this 14-13 halftime score. It is 14-13, Pittsfield on top of the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. We have a little bit of an extended halftime tonight. About 20 minutes. That'll give us plenty of time to tell you about halftime stats and more on the Little Jess Motors halftime show after this.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Fall in love with Cascom. The leaves may be changing, but our commitment to our customers never does. Reliable high-speed internet, along with our award-winning customer service, we have knowledgeable service technicians in your area 24 hours a day. For you new customers, we are extra lovable. Call today and get a free installation on any new service. Wow! I'll bet you want our phone number, 1-800-252-1799. Call for details and a date, 1-800-252-1799.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer. It truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Back with you live on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. 14-13 is the Pittsfield advantage here at the break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Pike County Concrete. If you need concrete for your next job or project, give the experts at Pike County Concrete a call. They have locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville. 217-285-5548 for Pike County Concrete. Pittsfield on top 14-13, and Justin Poor has a look at the halftime stats for the Jacksonville Crimsons.
Jacksonville had 7 first downs in the first half on their 4 possessions. Leading rusher is Lamarion Williams, number 21, who has 7 carries for 66 yards, followed by number 11, Jackson, has 2 carries for 33 yards, and Ackerman, who has 2 carries for 23 yards. They have no pass attempts on the night. They do have 2 penalties for 15 yards. Altogether, 15 rushes for 147 yards. That is it for Jacksonville.
Jacksonville trailing 14-13. We'll take a look at the Pittsfield statistics at the halftime break after this timeout on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Keppy. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers, celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. 14-13 is the advantage for Pittsfield over Jacksonville, and Justin Poor has a look at the Sockies halftime stats.
Sockies had 5 possessions. They ended up with 9 first downs. Leading rushers is Lane Foster with 10 carries for 114 yards, capped off by that big 70-yard run for a touchdown. Jesse Davidsmeyer has 9 carries for 48 yards. Lawson has 1 carry for 12 yards. Graham has 1 carry for 14 yards. And Anderson has 5 carries for 15. Sockies have 1 pass attempt tonight. Anderson to Archer for 3 yards. Altogether, 26 rushing attempts for 203 yards. 1 passing attempt for 3 yards. There was 1 turnover with our with Foster fumbling in the second quarter. 2 penalties for the Sockies for 20 yards. And that is it for Socky stats.
Not very many penalties called against either team in this game. Of course, a big one against Pittsfield was that unsportsmanlike conduct on a late hit along the sideline that allowed Jacksonville to get good field position and set up their score before the end of the first half. And that's how we arrive at this 14-13 game. Without that, Justin, you just never know. You know, if Pittsfield's defense gets a stop up by a touchdown here, instead it's a point. Crimsons will get the ball to start the second half, and now this is when those little adjustments made by both teams will really shine big to start the second half.
Yeah, the coaches really need to look out there and see what adjustments they do need to make. The big things that both teams, the big play. Both teams scored on a big play, the 70-yard run by Foster and the 52-yard run by Williams. Other than that, I mean, both teams are pretty much holding the line. They're doing a good job containing the backs. Just got to limit those big plays.
It's been kind of old-fashioned ground and pound football, and I like it. It's made for a quick first half. Both teams are getting ready to make their way back toward the field here at Glenn C. Smith Field, which on your screen tonight, if you're watching from home, looks a little brighter because of the new lights that were put in after the season last year, but they do look very, very good and much needed here at Glenn C. Smith Field. You didn't realize how dark it was until you look at these and go, these are pretty bright.
And they turn right on, and you don't take 30 minutes to warm up.
And you can do it from your phone. It is 14-13 Pittsfield on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are met. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them. 3431 Main Street across from Quincy High School. It's 14-13, Pittsfield on top. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area after this break on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in the tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Helena Agri, Camp Point, Illinois, is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Central Illinois Athletics. For all your seed, fertilizer, and chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agri, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, and Matt Hughes, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 593-7761 for Helena Agri of Camp Point.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814. Petty Construction and owner Joe Petty, specializing in commercial and residential roofing systems. They design, build new homes and additions and renovations to your home. Interior and exterior renovations are their specialty. Petty Construction and Joe Petty have the experience in building you are looking for. Call 217-779-6384 or on the web at joe.petty@pettyconstruction.com. Building your community one job at a time.
Halftime on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. 14-13 is the Pittsfield advantage on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Tell you what, folks, it's a good time to get a hold of the folks at PCRE Real Estate and Auction, PCRERealestate.com. I was watching today online, and man, Chris Nichols, he's not messing around. He's selling stuff left and right, and we're talking houses and commercial properties and hunting ground and farm grounds. And if you're looking to sell, he might just be the guy you want to give a call to, or find out more information at PCRERealestate.com. At the halftime in Camp Point, 48-0, as Marco Rodriguez has been perfect on the extra point attempts for the Mustangs. Panthers, gosh, Camp Point people, don't hate me for that. Gee,
luckily, they're all watching their game, not ours.
Could have called you anything else. The Panthers are on top. Halftime from Farmington. It's Farmington 12, Illini West nothing. Illini West has not made the playoffs since 2016. Who would have ever thought you'd see that in the old days of Carthage? Unity Payson, that's the Mustangs. They're at West Central, and they're not scheduled to play until 8:30 now, as they're in a weather delay. Athens and Maroa have already called it a night. They're going to come back and play tomorrow afternoon, as they got into a weather delay, as we did last year at Athens. We remember that. That was not much fun, and so for the second year in a row, Athens is moving the game back. Stark County leading Rushville 14-7 in the second quarter of their contest. Glenwood and Edwardsville are in a weather delay at Glenwood. Edwardsville says they want to stay and play tonight. I would too, so I wouldn't have to go back on the school bus again tomorrow. Some other scores here. Man, a lot of lightning delay. Paul Jenkins Field, Williamsville, and Auburn set to resume in about 30 minutes.
And then when it strikes lightning again, another 30 minutes.
Oh, God, another 30 minutes. Yeah, it's not been a fortuitous night when it comes to lightning or a lot of places, but we got a little bit lucky here, it appears, as most of that weather, I'm going to say this and then jinx it, most of that weather, I believe, is out of the area in this general direction.
There might have been a couple of strikes of lightning right as the national anthem was playing, but nobody saw them.
That's just bright camera flash.
Just about ready to get ready for the second half here, as both teams out of the field warming up in preparation for second half action. Jacksonville will receive the second half kick, and we'll have that for you after this timeout on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls, and Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickut Trucking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickut Trucking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver.
For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small one-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield.
Thank you to Little Jess Motors for being our halftime sponsor. Again, you'll find them at 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, and online at littlejessmotor.com. Jacksonville will start the second half with the football as they'll be back to receive. Good contest here at Glenn C. Smith Field in the opener of this 2024 football season. Edwardsville and Glenwood has officially been postponed until 6 o'clock on Saturday. So a lot of games going to be played tomorrow. Calhoun and Route scheduled to play tomorrow already.
Route plays a lot of Saturday games, don't they?
They
have no lights.
don't have lights on their home field. Charlie, you led me astray. The Sakis will be kicking.
Oh, Jacksonville wants the... Yeah, no, I didn't, actually. I said Pittsfield would be headed towards the scoreboard in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was not what I heard.
You just didn't listen. Listen to what I say. They're down by the bay. Make some things out of play. Eat some hay. I just may. What do you say? Mitchell is back deep along with Henry.
I heard they were making a Happy Gilmore too, Charlie.
Sequels are never as good.
Bob Barker not going to make it. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Darn Bob Barker. Cook has this one teed up, ready to kick it deep. The wind's really died down here. It's actually coming out of the west a little bit, it looks like. And he'll put his boot into this one, a line drive kick, and Mitchell will retreat to the 9 and return this one. Has a head of steam now across the 15, breaks a tackle. Ball nearly came loose. He's still trying to get outside and is finally wrestled down near the 24-yard line. That's where the Crimsons will take over first and 10 of their own 24. 11:50 to play here in quarter number 3. LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing for all of your trucking and hauling needs. Call the Dunhams and their professional team at LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing. 217-285-2808. Tell you what, the Dunhams and their crew have been busy. Pouring a little concrete, putting up some windmills just west of Pittsfield. I don't know how much concrete it's been, but my first guess would be a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Hutchison will be under center. Single receiver to the right is Mitchell. A single receiver is split wide to the left-hand side as well. They'll put a man in motion, and Ackerman hands it off to the fullback Williams. Has a good gain on the play, nearly ran into the official. That's basically what slowed him down and allowed the Sakis to catch up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play. Brings up a second down and 1. I want to give a shout-out to young Miss Wassel, who's homesick tonight, wasn't able to make it to the game. Always good to see the young Wassel twins at the game. They pay a little bit of attention, I believe, to the cheerleaders and Sockets. They watch the game from time to time as well. But hopefully you get to feeling better and are back here next week when Pittsfield's at home against Athens. Jacksonville is second and short here from the 33-yard line. Put a man in motion. We'll have a quarterback back to pass, but not before a penalty flag flies here. And I believe the referee's
false start.
Going to call it a false start. So a 5-yard penalty. That'll take it back to the 28 and bring up a second down and 6. Second down and 6 yards to go now. For the Crimsons. Really a pretty clean game by both teams when it comes to the penalty side of things.
Yeah, it's only the 5th penalty, and it's their 20 yards penalties for the Crimson tonight. That
pretty clean for game 1.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often, really. I mean, that's kind of what you see teams clean it up as the season goes on. But both these teams have been pretty clean.
Ground and pound will make it a little cleaner game as there's a lot less chances of getting those holds often.
Under center is Hutchison. He'll hand it off again to Williams. This time Owen Shaw and Cordell McKee stand him up after a 1-yard gain to the 29-yard line, and this will result in a 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 5 yards to go as Pittsfield's defense trying to get a big stop here in the first part of this 3rd quarter. Jacksonville trying to pick it up and keep the chains moving.
both teams have experience on the line, too. That helps, too, when you don't have young guys that get a little nervous and start jumping.
3rd down and 5.
Watch the ball.
Is he going to do a trick?
It might.
Hutchison's not a tall young man anyway, but you put him behind McCombs, who's about 6'5", and he looks pretty little. Now they'll give the ball outside. This is Jackson. Jackson's going to take it up and has the first down. Good run on the play. And then a penalty flag back, though, near the 28-yard line. So wait, not so fast. That is an area of a hold, and it is a hold. From the point of the infraction of the 20, we'll call that the 28-yard line, 27 maybe. That's going to move it back to the 17.
I don't know. We don't have hash marks either.
Bring up a 3rd down and 15. So we had talked about the Crimsons had not had very many penalties, but this one is going to take away a first down.
It's going to be a costly one.
Should move the ball back to the 17-yard line from the point of the infraction. And with 10:13 to play in the third, it'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 yards to go. And we have a Steelers fan watching the game. Andy is watching the game. Likes the Steelers. You know who else likes the Steelers? Our very own special teams coach, Tom Shottery. As his friends call him.
He has friends?
His enemies call him much worse, let me tell you, folks. 2 receivers to the left-hand side as Hutchison will set up under center. 10:13 to play in the third. See if they go to the air here. He'll pitch it outside. That's to Henry. Henry looking for running room, has a block in front, trying to turn the corner and does. Big gain on the play. Finally running out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Doesn't appear to be any flags on the field this time. A 13-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 2.
I would think they are.
Call it John, excuse me. It's a 4th down and 4.
Yeah, I would think where they are, it'll be a punt. But
not a great spot for the Crimsons here. They're going to say that man must have stepped out of bounds early, as Foster was the man that ran him down, as Henry had a head of steam around the left side, and so he just stepped on the side.
Giving him 11 there?
11-yard gain, yes, sir.
And it looks like it will be a punt here.
Sims is back to punt. He stands at his own 15-yard line. Graham is back at his own 25, it looks like.
Yeah.
Sims got a bad snap the first time. Let's see if he gets a little cleaner chance here. He will. Boots this one. Spiral kick. It'll bounce and take a big bounce for Jacksonville. Sakis will not touch it here, and it'll be down to the 24-yard line, and that's where Pittsfield will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24 with 9 minutes 52 seconds to play here in quarter number 3.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
9:52 to play in the third, 14-13. The Saki lead. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line here. After getting a defensive stop, aided by some penalties on the Crimsons. I formation, Jesse Davidsmeyer, who's got family watching from Monticello, Illinois, home of the Sages. Monticello's got some good sports programs on both sides, the boys and girls. Anderson takes the snap. He hands it off along the right-hand side, and I believe that was Davidsmeyer on the carry. A short 1-yard gain to the 25, and it brings up a 2nd down and 9. Who is running the scoreboard here?
That would be you, Charles.
Thought we'd have Lynn Swan and Keith Jackson here tonight. They gave me these guys instead.
If you had those guys, then you'd probably have a producer to do that for you, too, but unfortunately, you got us instead.
Thanks to the guys in the truck. You looking for the PA guy? He's in this room right here. The PA. He's got the microphone. Clint Weir. 2nd and 9 here. And a false start.
False start.
He's not doing the disco, folks. He says that's a false start. Going to move it back to the 20-yard line and bring up a 2nd down and 14. So after commenting on how well both teams have done penalty-wise, they both had some penalties. They call that the broadcaster jinx.
We do what we can. 3rd penalty for the Sakis tonight, 25 yards.
2nd down and 14 yards to go from right around the 20. The nose is actually the 21, so we'll say that as well.
Yeah, that is not the 16, is it?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah,
It's a 21.
no, okay. That's what I thought.
There's no numbers on the field. I'll give the guys in the other booth credit. It's hard to see. Anderson is going to run the option. He pitches it outside. Foster juggling, and it's picked up by the big man in McCombs. McCombs with a takeaway. It was a late pitch. It was a fumble, rumble, stumble around the end, and it results in the second turnover of the night as McCombs picks it out of the air. We'll see that one on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay, and then there's a penalty flag that flies to boot. See what that's about. Well, watch this. Foster just never really corralled it, and then McCombs came to pick it out of the air, and he says, give me that ball.
Yes, I'll take that.
And now
say personal foul against Jacksonville.
All right. So unsportsmanlike, so instead of having the ball at the 15, that'll move it back to the 30-yard line for the Crimsons. With 9:02 to play in the third. Second takeaway of the night for this Jacksonville defense. And they're looking to cash in here on good field position from the Pittsfield 30. So they'll get the chain set and ready to roll here. Penalties in close games like this can prove to be costly.
Turnovers.
Starting from the 30 instead of the 15 is about twice as far, too. So, you know, not ideal, not probably what you're looking for if you're Mark Grounds.
15 times 2. Carry the 4.
Is that common core?
Why is there a 4 in there?
To 7th power. Gets it to the 30. 1st and 10. Hutchison sets up under center. Puts a man in motion in Ackerman. Hands it off to Williams. Nope, Hutchison kept it himself. Pulled it at the last moment. And is going to carry the pile down near the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the play by the quarterback, Hutchison. The second carry of the night for positive yardage. Also was sacked earlier. So he's at a positive 5 yards now, it looks like.
Positive 15.
That's what my next guess was going to be, 15. Second down and 5 yards to go here. 8:30 and counting in the third. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Hutchison puts a man in motion. Pitch it outside. That's to Henry. Henry will make a man miss. Cuts back toward the middle. He's got the first down as he wrestles the man down with him near the 15-yard line. A gain of 10 yards on the play. It's a 1st and 10 for the Crimsons. A nice run by Darren Henry. Referee says keep the clock moving here. A takeaway inside Pittsfield territory for the Crimsons has set them up well here. 1st and 10 from the 16. Single receiver to the right-hand side. As Hutchison waits for the line to come set. They're waiting for the official to set the ball. Now he's kind of talking to the...
I wonder if he needed to spin the ball differently, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. Never thought much about that. Hutchison puts a man in motion. He will give it off to the first back. That's Williams. Williams with a good carry on the play. Breaks a tackle inside the 10 near the 6-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. Or is he just a yard short? Give him a 9-yard gain. It's a 2nd and 1. 2nd down and a yard to go for the Crimsons.
Is that Williams on the carry?
It was.
Picks up 9 yards, 2nd down and a yard.
2nd down and a single yard to go here for Jacksonville. Knocking on the door here. Single receiver to the right-hand side is Mitchell. Under center is Hutchison. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Williams. Left-hand side. He stood up in the backfield and ridden back this time. Owen Shaw with the initial hit for the Sockies that time. Pittsfield guessed right on the hole and loses 2 yards on the play. It brings up a 3rd down and 3. Big play by the senior inside linebacker by Owen Shaw. You'll see it here on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. Thanks to Sheila Davidsmeyer and her crew at Northwestern Mutual. Shaw got 2 mitts on him and rode him backwards for a 3rd and 3. Crimson's back at right around the 9-yard line. And we're going to see a whistle and a timeout taken by Jacksonville. 6:10 to play in the third on the Adams Fiber timeout. 14-13. Pittsfield on top. Crimson's on the move.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy. Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Follow the fiber.net. That's the place to go to find out about all the high-speed internet options from our friends at Adams Fiber. Again, it's followthefiber.net. Jacksonville takes the timeout on the Adams Fiber timeout. They'll have a third down and 3 yards to go from their opponent's 9-yard line here. Hey, have you ever thought of running away? Little Brooks and Dunn on the mic tonight.
Toby Keith.
Oh, my goodness, I screwed that up so bad. Toby, rest in peace. By the way.
RP.
You know why that is? I watched them do a duet of that song not too long ago. I did. It's on YouTube. You can go watch it.
Probably didn't sound any better than what you just sang.
God, they'll never know who that was singing. The ball carrier on the outside is Ackerman. He breaks a tackle, turns the corner, and he goes for a score. Ackerman on the 9-yard touchdown run puts the Crimsons back on top. 16-14. And now Sims will come on for the extra point, I would assume. A little bit of strategy here, though. You kick the extra point, it could make it a field goal game. If you go for 2, you could make it where you have to score a touchdown, and it does appear the Crimsons will go for 2. So a 2-point try by the Jacksonville High School Crimsons here. Leading 16-14 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. And now a little confusion. They'll switch some guys from the left to the right.
Everybody in tight.
A little different formation here. 2 wingbacks, no fullback behind the quarterback Hutchison. Puts a man in motion, going to turn and hand it to who would be the fullback, and he was nowhere home as Zane Perry with the big stop on the 2-point try, and it remains a 16-14 contest. Jacksonville, though, does get the score as Ackerman takes it around the left side on a 9-yard run. 6:04 to play in the third. Jacksonville 16, Pittsfield 14.
For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small 1-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the square in Pittsfield.
I can count, I promise. Ackerman with a 9-yard run makes it 19-14. I was a little confused there. The guy running the scoreboard on the computer messed it up as well.
Oh, boy.
19-14 Crimsons. With 6:04 to play here in the third.
The failure of that 2-point conversion means the Sakis could have a lead with just a touchdown even if they didn't make the extra point, which could be big.
Jacksonville with 2 takeaways, though, and that one proved to be huge. Set them up a good field position, and they capitalized.
Yeah, the Sakis were able to hold on the first fumble, but not so lucky that time.
Here's a kick, and going to be returnable this time for Graham from his own 5-yard line, 10, 15-yard line. Looking to get to some open pay dirt here. He'll break a tackle, still on his feet. Man slings him down near the 41-yard line, and a good return by Taylor Graham out to the 41, a 36-yard return. And with 5:53 to play in the third, in a 19-14 contest, good field position for the Sakis. After this word from Westtown Ford, we're back.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, we're your low overhead EV dealer. Curious about EVs? Come check out a Mach-E with me, Wade. I drive one and I love mine. Westtown Ford, Jacksonville, Illinois, westtownford.com.
5:53 to play in the third, 19-14 Jacksonville on top. Pittsfield with the ball first down and 10 yards to go from their own 41-yard line after a nice return by Taylor Graham, the junior. Anderson is under center, and we'll get a false start here, it looks like. So the referee tells us it is a flag on the field, and it is a dead ball false start. 5-yard penalty. Move it back to the 36 and bring up a 1st and 15.
You just had to talk about the clean game, didn't you?
It was clean for a while.
Each team with 2 in the second half. Oh, no. Jacksonville has 3.
1st and 15.
Shows what I know.
As we see Dominic Cooper come off the field for the Sockets. He was in a whiteout spot for a moment. Pittsfield breaks the huddle with the I formation. Marable and Peterbow now shift to the left side of the formation. Hand the ball off on the right side to Davidsmeyer. He breaks a tackle and is taken out after a short gain just shy of the original line of scrimmage up near the 44-yard line. 39-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play brings up a 2nd down and 12. 2nd down and 12 yards to go. Hey, folks, check out the great daily specials at Bowler's Universe. That, what are we calling it, a Southwestern burger on Mondays? It's got a burger. It's got some spicier cheese. It's got a little jalapeno, if you will. And great specials each day at Bowler's Universe. You'll find them in West Pittsfield.
It's about 2nd and 11, Charlie.
Sure.
Good spot there.
Here's Anderson back to pass. Heaves it downfield. Has Frazier, and it is nearly intercepted. Nice recovery by Henry on the defensive side that time. Ball was a little underthrown. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, Frazier kind of had to slow up that time to try to get under the ball, and that allowed Henry to catch up with him, and he was right there also.
Good play call. Right time for it.
Yeah, he was open.
Just a little bit underthrown.
Cooper had a good step on his man on the other side, too.
Cooper is split out wide to the right, and Frazier is on the left-hand side here. I formation behind the quarterback, Anderson, on a 3rd down and 12. Hard count. Looks like Jacksonville shows that they're bringing 2 backers here. As Anderson now says, let's do the Macarena. He is under center. Calls the line set. Hands it off to Davidsmeyer. Quick little inside handoff. Wrestled down by Surratt right at the 45-yard line. Referee went down. Look out. Gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down and 6. 4th down and 6, and if you're Pittsfield, they look like they're going now. They're going to punt.
45.
All right, they're going to punt. It looked like for a moment they were thinking about it. Good decision here, I think, to punt it. The defense, if you're Pittsfield, has gotten a couple of stops.
Yeah, you're only down 5 points. You need to get a
Yeah.
stop. And
You do not want to give them the ball with good field position again.
Now they're a man short on the punt team, and here comes a young man onto the field to fill that spot. That's Preston McCoy. I don't believe he's the usual man, but he says, I'll fill the spot, Coach.
I'll go.
I'm ready to play. Nearly blocked. Spiral punt. Mitchell will let it bounce. Now he thought about going after it. It takes another good bounce for Pittsfield. Down to the 70-yard line. Caught the 8. And that's where Jacksonville start 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. 4 minutes, 3 seconds to play in the 3rd. And we've seen some terrific special teams play from the kickers here tonight. On both sides. Give some credit where credit's due to Sims and to Cook. 19-14, Jacksonville has the advantage on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, and they have the ball right back after a short possession by the Sockets. Took just a minute and 50 seconds off the clock. Had the right play call on that pass, little play action, just couldn't connect that time.
A tremendous recovery from the defensive back also to break that play up.
Yeah, give Darren Henry a lot of credit. 1st and 10 for Hutchison and the Crimsons from their own 8-yard line. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. Put a man in motion, and Ackerman handed off to Williams right up the middle. Fullback turned back there by the middle backers of Peterbow and Shaw that time at the 9-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up a 2nd down and 9. Peterbow and Shaw both started last year. Peterbow, a 3-year starter for the Sockies. Shaw was heavily involved in the defensive sophomore year as well. Those two were pretty solid up the middle. Big, strong kids.
So sophomore year, we did a lot of swapping linemen.
Yep.
So he got plenty of playing time.
See Braxton Forshee in the middle of the Saki defense. Looks like Cameron Smith is lined up now on an outside defensive end spot. Giving White a little bit of a breather there. 2nd and 9 as Hutchison sets up under center. It's a man in motion. Now the motion man comes back. Hutchison back to pass. The lefty lets it fly. He's got a man behind it. Crucifixio Mitchell on a diving play for Jacksonville all the way out to the Pittsfield 44-yard line. A gain of 35 on the play as Mitchell burns his man that time. Man, a big-time play for the Crimsons to give them some breathing room here on a nicely thrown ball. Look at that little touch from Hutchison that time. And Mitchell with a big catch. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line now. Jackson with a little wind in their sails now. They've taken the lead. They're looking to add to it on a fresh set of downs from their own 44-yard line.
It's their first passing yards of the night that counted.
Man, Hutchison threw a good ball there.
Yeah.
He's going to pitch it outside this time. That is to Jackson. Jackson looking for some running room. Cuts back inside. There's a penalty flag. You're going to see a face mask here. Jackson really does a nice job to keep running hard. To the 45-yard line is where he goes. So he's going to gain enough for a first down, an 11-yard pickup. And then you're going to see a 5-yard face mask added on here as well, I believe. Let's wait and let the officials sort it out, but that's the way I saw it in live time. Referees are together. They're saying, what happened here? Well, what I saw was this. What you saw was that. And what they saw was a block in the back.
Wow.
Which I did not see in live time, but they will mark that off from the
flag. So
they're going to say
spot of the
foul and put it back at the 40-yard line. So negate that play. And it's back to the 40 for the Crimsons, where it will be 1st and 14, it appears.
So 10-yard run, and then 10-yard penalty?
Yeah.
Or
So
5-yard run, 10-yard penalty?
Yeah, it's just basically going to get nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. Who ran that ball?
That was Jackson.
Jackson, that's right.
Yeah, Jackson says, hey, I had a first down, and then I didn't.
It was kind of weird because there were two receivers kind of out in front, and I don't know. I mean, that's what they're calling that block on. I don't know that it really made much of a difference in the play. Was it?
Cook kind of got shoved, I think, maybe, and there was a face mask in there. But
yeah, I thought the face mask was why we saw the flag fly, but as it is, it's 1st and 14. We don't know. Here's a run along the left-hand side. Mitchell with a big run.
Little dump pass out to the side there.
He'll take it all the way inside Pittsfield territory to the 44-yard line. A pickup on the play up 16 yards on the pass by reception by Crucifixio Mitchell. And that's where the Crimsons will have it. 1st and 10 from the Pittsfield 44. 16-yard catch and run. 1st and 10. That's what we did. Yep.
Yeah, that's who we guessed.
Yeah, thank you. Two receivers to the right. Now the man backs off the line a bit as the referee communicates with him. Looked like a little bit of an early start there. Hutchison breaks a tackle. Ooh, gets a big-time block from one of his linemen on a little bit of a crackback block this time. And he sent Zane Perry back straight to the ground. A pickup on the play up 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. I want to see that on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. I think it was McCombs, but let's wait and see. You'll see Hutchison. He's going to come and pull that ball and then decides to take it right up the middle. Watch this block. Boom! He got Perry and Cook both with one block that time. Nice job by your lineman staying active there and getting his head in front. 2nd down and 6 yards to go from the 40-yard line. Hutchison is under center. Puts a man in motion and Ackerman. He'll hand it off to Williams, and this time Zane Perry says, payback! Loses a yard to the 39. Talked to Zane briefly today when I was in talking to Coach Ferguson. He said, hey, remember last year when you made fun of me having a high voice? As he said it in a deep voice. That sounded like about a 35, 40-year-old grown man. I said, no, sir, I do not remember that.
Because you are much larger than me, and I don't remember that at all.
St. Perry, a good young man. This is going to head to the fourth quarter as Jacksonville will let it run down. And quite the contest. Jacksonville 19, Pittsfield 14, a crucial third down play to start the fourth. We'll have it for you next on Central Illinois Sports.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Ready to start quarter number 4. Jacksonville 19, Pittsfield 14 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
Kind of the game that we expected tonight. Both teams run heavy offenses. Both defenses stepping up, and most times they're just big plays every now and again. Fumbles hurt Pittsfield.
Yep, 2 takeaways have really helped Jacksonville. For sure.
Pittsfield could use one of those right now.
From the Saki. Nice that ball. That ball's at the 41 now.
Where was it before?
39.
Oh, moved 2 yards.
I think they set it on the wrong side of the. No, it's 3rd and 6. They got it on the right spot. I probably just wrote it down wrong. It's 3rd and 6, which is what we had it. If you are Jacksonville, you've got Sims on the sideline right now. He's kicking. If you can get 5 yards here, he's got the leg. Of course, we'd just like to get the first down. Hutchison under center on a big play to start quarter number 4. He'll hand it off. No, he'll pitch it on the right side. Jackson, look out. Blocker out in front, and Surratt, good block. Has the first down. Cuts back a little, whoop, down the sideline, and now he gets suplexed near the 26. Gain of 15 yards and a 1st and 10 for Jacksonville.
Say gain at 26?
15 yards.
15 yards.
To the 26.
I'm sorry. Jeremiah Jackson on that carry.
Jeremiah with a big run.
He's had a good day. He's got 56 yards on 5 carries.
And a fresh set of downs for the Crimsons. This drive started at the Pittsfield. It started at their own 8 with 4:03 to play in the 3rd. They marched all the way to the Pittsfield 26. Good, long, sustained drive. These are the type of drives where your offensive linemen really earn their keep. 2 receivers are bunched tight to the right-hand side. Let's see if they want to go to that side of the field. Hutchison puts Jackson in motion. He will run the option along the right side. And this time he is met by a host of Sakis. Foster, Archer, Peterbow all in on that play. A gain of a yard on the play, it appears. Calling no gain, in fact. Let's set it right back at the 26, and it's 2nd and 10.
He kind of planted a foot like he was maybe going to try to pitch, and I don't think his running back maintained very good pitch relationship that time. There was just nowhere to go. Yeah.
Everything was, they're on the far hash towards Jacksonville's sideline, and there's just not nearly as much room to work there. See if they want to come back this side of the field now.
Had a lot of bodies there, though, so.
2 receivers still bunched to the right-hand side. See if that's good.
Kind of got Frazier out here just.
Little inside move now by Hutchison. He'll be taken down by the middle linebacker in Peterbow. Near the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's 3rd down and 6. 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the Crimsons in 4-down territory. Of course, with Jacksonville, you also bring the kicking game into play, so they don't get it here. You could see Mark Grounds call on Sims.
That'd make it an 8-point game, which would mean the Sakis would have to get a touchdown in the 2-point conversion.
Right now, though, Jacksonville's been able to convert on these 3rd down plays. It's 3rd and 6.
Sims has missed an extra point attempt tonight, though, so
You just never know. Here's Hutchison back to pass. Quick hitter to the right-hand side. He's got Mitchell. Mitchell makes a man miss. He's got the first down and more. He's thinking about 6, but he's ridden out of bounds. Inside the 10. Looks like he's down near the 5. Gain of 17 yards on the play by Crucifixio Mitchell. And it's first and goal for the Crimsons. Ball is right at the 5-yard line.
Mitchell pretty good at making people miss.
Yeah, he's elusive out there for sure. And they've gotten the ball to him in space and said, make something happen, and he makes it happen.
He must not have gone out of bounds, Charlie, as they said, run the clock.
All right. First and goal from the 5 for the Crimsons. Under center is Hutchison. He will hand it off. Williams looking for room up the middle. He is down near the 1. No, he is in for the score. Williams able to take it across the goal line to make it 25-14 Crimsons with 9:12 to play here in the 4th. And a big-time play by Crucifixio Mitchell on the 3rd down play. Sets Jacksonville up for the score, and they take advantage of it on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
I'm assuming they will kick now, but we've been wrong a lot tonight.
Speak for yourself.
It would put them up 10, so.
First game of the year.
Yeah.
Can't hold anything back. Looks like they're lining up to kick.
Looks like they got Sims in there to kick this one this time. The holder is John Harper III.
Been his holder all night.
Combs is the long snapper for Jacksonville, trying to make this a 12-point game. The hold is down, the kick is up. The kick looks to be long enough, and it is straight through the uprights this time to make it 26-14. 9:12 to play in the 4th, 26-14 Crimsons on top.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our 2nd generation, we are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales. So whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI grain bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
9:12 to play in the contest. Jacksonville, the 26-14 lead now. On the 5-yard run by Williams, it was set up on a 17-yard catch and run by Mitchell. And the Crimsons lead by 12 now here in the 4th. Sims is getting ready to kick this one off. Back deep is Graham, who had a nice return.
Graham and Frazier.
Along with, I think that's Foster.
Foster and...
Yeah, Foster in the middle.
Lawson,
yeah.
Pretty good speed out there for Pittsfield. They are 15 yards off the ball here. You can be 10 yards off. Jacksonville could onside kick to themselves.
Yeah.
A la Pat McAfee.
It's another play that's gone in the NFL.
Sims will kick this one deep, and he's going to get it right at the 2. That's where Graham will take it here. Across the 10, makes a man miss at the 15. Gets a block here, 20-yard line, 25, hurdles the man, and has another nice return, does the young Taylor Graham. To the 26. And that's where the Sakis will start first and 10 with 9:03 to play in tonight's contest. Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete. Ready to serve you. 309-252-1052. 26-14 Crimsons.
Sakis would like to find a big play here and score quickly and then be able to play ground and pound maybe, but...
Offense has not been nearly effective in the second half for Pittsfield. They haven't had the ball much either.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's really Done a nice job of playing ball control on their own side.
And the turnover.
Yep, that's a killer. Anderson puts a man in motion. He has a little inside handoff. This is to Graham. Graham looking for running room. He's tripped up, taken down. Out near the 33-yard line, we'll call it. Gain of 7 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and 3. How about? Gain 7. Needs 3. You get it. See Dave Forshee running the down marker on the opposite side of the field. Of course, he and his family are putting on the old Fall Festival this weekend. Big parade tomorrow. I love a parade.
A lot of participation from
He'll
local
be
bands.
leading that parade tomorrow, right, Charlie?
I'll be out with my baton.
Grand Marshal this year?
Under center is Anderson. Hands it off to the deep back. This time Foster carries it for a 1st down. Up near the 39-yard line. A gain on the play of 6 yards and a 1st and 10 for Pittsfield. First and 10, 8 minutes, 12 seconds. And that clock ticking down here. Pittsfield has all 3 timeouts. Jacksonville has 2 left in the half. So a lot of game left here. Single receiver wide to the right is Graham. Looks like that's Frazier out to the left-hand side as they'll have the little inside handoff. Davidson Meyer and his own lineman collided that time, and he gets stood up and taken down after a short gain to the 40-yard line. Gain of a yard. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Shouting
Frazier
on the
comes
sideline
off.
here.
Lawson comes in.
Not sure who they're looking for someone or what are they doing here. Frazier comes off with a little. Going to get a little instruction from one of the assistant coaches. All right. Ooh, that 2-minute motion there did Pittsfield, and Anderson fumbles the snap, and Jacksonville fighting for it. It's a loose ball. Crimson say they have it.
They're going to say he's down.
And they say...
Down, 3rd down.
3rd down. So loses a yard back to the 39, and it's 3rd and 10. Just pulled out a little early that time, did Anderson. 7:07 to play.
Loss of a yard.
Yep, loss of a yard. It's 3rd and 10.
Why did the clock stop?
Yeah, well.
Referee hasn't wound it yet.
Okay, I'm good with that. I mean.
Yeah, because we ran it earlier and we weren't supposed to be.
Might be calling, I don't know.
Oh, Lawson's coming off in a hurry.
That's illegal participation. Oh, boy. Pittsfield needs a timeout here. Under center is Anderson. He hands it off to the deep back. That is Davidsmeyer, spun down here. Up near the 42-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
Who was that? That was Otker.
Otker?
That was Otker, yeah.
Oh, Jake Otker with his first carry of the season. All right. Gains 3, and it's 4th and 7. Pittsfield will keep their offense on the field. Somebody should tell the back judge. Come back, come back, come back.
They're like, maybe they'll still punt. I don't know.
Jacksonville in the prevent with 5 defensive backs about 10 yards deep. They'll give it to Graham. He's going to try to make a play. Stretches out, fumbles it forward. And I'll tell you what, he's going to have the 1st down. He fumbled it out of bounds. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but he fumbled it out of bounds, and it's going to be 1st down.
It was a really smart play if he did it on purpose. But
gain of 9 on the play and a 1st and 10. He reached out. He knew where he needed to be. Ball got hit out of his hands and went about 2 yards forward that time for a 1st and 10.
Gutsy play, Cotton.
Evidently, it was out of bounds when the ball got knocked away because the clock stopped.
I mean, the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, the ball went out of bounds.
Okay.
To the Jacksonville 49 for the Sakis.
1st downs, we'll take them. Let's go.
Single receiver wide to the left-hand side. Graham is the receiver to the right. They'll keep it in the hands of Anderson. Anderson's got a big gain. Play. Stiff arms, still on his feet. 25-20, shoved out of bounds. Down near the 14-yard line, a gain of 35 yards. And it's a 1st and 10 from the Jacksonville 14. What a run by Anderson. He went down at the end, but a big, quick step by Anderson, and he's got that leverage with that long left arm to keep the defender away from him that time. He's had a couple little bugaboos in this game, what you would expect out of a first-time varsity
quarterback.
But he's made some plays.
I think he started every JV game last year, right? Or did he split time with Cook?
Yeah, I think Cook split. They'll mark him at the 15-yard line, so officially a 34-yard gain. I formation as Anderson will be under center. He is going to run the little inside handoff. Marable got tripped up, and had he not, he might have gone for 6. As it is, he's down after a 1-yard gain. And it brings up a 2nd down and 9. I think he actually tripped over his own man's foot that time.
Yeah.
Bring it to a 2nd down.
Under 6 minutes left.
No gain on the play.
Pittsfield is down 26-14 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, but in Jacksonville territory at the 14. I formation, Davidsmeyer and Foster. Anderson takes the snap. He'll pitch it to Foster on the outside. And he's taken down.
In the backfield.
Good tackle that time on the solo stop by Wesley Carr, wasn't it? Was it Carr? I thought it was 25.
I thought it was 11, so it shows what I know.
It could have been.
I don't know.
It's
good stop either way.
No gain on the play. In fact, a yard loss, and it's 3rd and 10. 3rd down and 10 yards to go for the Sockies. 4-down territory. Clock is rolling here. Lawson and Graham are wide to the right. Looks like that's Frazier out to the left-hand side. Pistol formation now as Anderson will look to pass. He will roll out to his right, sets his feet, heaves it downfield, looking for Graham, and that's pass interference in the end zone. Pass interference in the end zone here.
And high school is only a 10-yard penalty, correct?
Yep.
And a 1st down, though, right?
And a 1st down.
Well, yeah, not an automatic. Let's say that, first of all. It's not an automatic first down, but because it depends on the spot here, fellas. Because the box is a little bit behind the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so it may not be.
I don't know if this is the first
down. It might
down
not
or
be. It might be
a little
I
bit
think
short.
This is going to be a 3rd and 1. And that's what the sideline referee from the opposite side is saying. This is not a first down. This is not the NFL. It's not an automatic.
And honestly, a very smart play by the defensive back that time. If you can't knock the ball away, then get pass interference because all they get is 10 yards.
Let's take it to the 9. It's not a first down. It should be a 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, correct.
So is that a 5-yard?
Well, it's half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal,
So it ends up being a 5-yard penalty. Zach Ferguson asking about it here. It's inside I think it's the 20. I can't really tell. There's no numbers on the field. I think as I fall across.
It's right inside the 10. It's on the 9, right?
Right. What I'm saying is, though, where they started a play, they were at about the 16-yard line. So this would be a half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
And the referee explains it to Ferguson, and it's going to be a 3rd and 4.
They're going to raise the roof here and restart the play clock, I believe.
Holla! 4:52 to play. Referee says pass interference, 3rd down. The old 2-hand shove signal. 3rd and 4 from the 9.
All right.
I formation. Let's see if they give it to Davidsmeyer here. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. Nope, pitch it outside. It went backwards. Foster picks it up, but he is walloped deep in the backfield by Crucifixio Mitchell.
Looks like we're back here about the 16.
And a bad pitch that time. We'll lose it back to the 17-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play. And brings up a 4th down and 12. And a mistake, if you're Pittsfield, in a time that you just can't have a mistake. 4th and 12. And a big play here.
Looked like it could have been a good play call with a good.
They were all over the
pitch
fake.
Because they were all over the fake.
Not great pitch relationship that time.
Yeah.
3rd and 12 and 4th and 12, excuse me, and this really is the game. If Pittsfield has any chance at all of coming back,
Pittsfield's got to put it in the end zone here.
Well, it's got to get a 1st down. They can still get a
first down would be be a good start anyway.
They're at the 17. Anderson's back to pass. Has Peterbo in the flats. Peterbo getting some steam downhill. He's stripped up, taken down near the 10 That won't be enough.
Not going to be enough.
For a first down as he is gaining 7, needed 12, and it'll be a turnover on downs. First and 10. Good friend Barry Wright watching the game tonight. Barry says that's a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference. Not an automatic first down. Either way, Barry won 15 yards. It was half the distance this time. And Jacksonville's defense with a big stop with 3:43 to play in this contest. They take over first and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
At Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, we're your low overhead EV dealer. Curious about EVs? Come check out a Mach-E with me, Wade. I drive one and I love mine. Westtown Ford, Jacksonville, Illinois, westtownford.com.
3:43 to play. Jacksonville looking to wind the clock out here. Up by 12. Hutchison puts a man in motion. He'll hand it off to the fullback, Williams. Williams is stood up after a short gain of a yard on the play to the 11. Pittsfield will call a timeout here.
Haven't yet.
The referee was signaling the man was down. All right, there was a fumble. Possibly. The clock is still running, and now they do stop the clock on an Adams Network timeout for the fastest internet that won't buffer. You're trying to watch the end of the Pittsfield and Jacksonville contest. It's Adams Fiber. It's followthefiber.net.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
3:24 to play in this contest. Jacksonville has the ball 2nd and 9 following the Pittsfield timeout, the Adams Network timeout. And I believe they're going to put a little time back on the clock here. 3:34, 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 3:33.
3:33.
8 seconds.
Do I hear a 9?
9
Niner?
seconds. There a niner in there? In close games, 9 seconds can be a long time.
Gonna need to
This one, though,
restart
it's
the play clock. There we go.
Two-score game. Jacksonville can just run it and punt it. Really, they're not going to try to do anything too fancy, I wouldn't think. Hutchison puts a man in motion. He'll hand it off. No, he'll pitch it on the outside here, looking for Henry. Henry's got the corner. He's got the first down and more. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Look out. He's chased down from behind out near the 45-yard line. A big gain on the play, though.
I believe he'll get a horse collar on the end of that, too, but I could be wrong.
I didn't ever see a flag.
Well, the flag is laying there now.
Yeah,
so.
it's there.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. You see it?
Cameron Smith got him from behind. Yeah.
34-yard gain on the play by Henry here, though. Big play. And
a first down.
They're going to add on 15 more with that horse collar, I believe.
Yeah.
On the personal foul. Wasn't intentional, obviously.
Nah, just trying to stop the man from scoring.
It's the way that he caught him, yeah.
That'll take it down to the 40-yard line, and the Crimsons will have a fresh set of downs here. I don't think Pittsfield would have called the timeout here.
I wouldn't think
but
so.
I think they're going
I think
to.
they have.
I don't know. Let's wait and see.
Yep.
Timeout,
Timeout.
Pittsfield.
Timeout from the game on the Adams Network. Timeout. 3:20 to play. Jacksonville 26, Pittsfield 14.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Pittsfield took the timeout. They have one remaining. Jacksonville has the ball first and 10 from the Pittsfield 40-yard line here. As Hutchison lines up under center. Puts a man in motion. He'll hand it off to the fullback this time. And the ball
ball's
comes out.
I think they blew
the whistle was
it dead already. Yes.
Ooh. That was Emmerich Davidsmeyer on the carry. The play had been blown dead at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up a second down and 9. Very, very close to a turnover.
1-yard gain for progression called. The 2nd and 9 Jacksonville.
Second down and 9. Clock keeps moving here with 2:50 and counting in the fourth.
Two-yard gain on that?
I give him a yard.
Okay.
Second down and 9. For the Crimsons. Jacksonville liking the way the schedule worked out for them this year and splitting the conference. I really think this is the team that could go 7-2 after a 5-4 campaign last year. Maybe even better than that. Hutchison will keep it himself. He's still on his feet, and they blow the play dead.
Yeah, what are they?
To the 36-yard line. Gain 3 on the play. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6, it appears, on the Adams Fiber timeout. We'll pause as well and hear from our friends at Dot Foods.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. Dot Foods has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose Dot.
2:13 to play in this contest. It's 26-14. Crimson's on top.
They haven't moved the...
I was going to say, Charlie, they have not moved the box, so I don't know that last play happened.
Yeah. That was just a pretend play.
Okay.
It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah.
9.
They're going to say somebody called the timeout prior to that. Who was it?
Well, Mr. Hutchison probably would have liked to have known that before he ran.
Yeah.
And got tackled.
Yeah.
Says, I only have so many hits in me, guys.
Right.
I really want to give those up for free.
Information that would have been useful yesterday.
Right.
Jacksonville next week is home against Decatur Eisenhower. Pittsfield's enrollment officially this year is 337 on the 2-year average. Eisenhower's enrollment is 1,022.5.
Just slightly larger.
Well, quite a few kids there.
The 2nd down and 9. We're going to replay the 2nd down.
They're going to say replace 2nd down. 9 yards to go. I don't know who got the timeout, and at this point it really doesn't probably matter.
Not really.
Hutchison will hand it off to Williams. No, he'll pitch it out on the outside. Running along the right-hand side now is Terrion Jackson. Terrion Jackson will take the ball to the 35. And evidently it wasn't Pittsfield that called the timeout because they've just taken their final timeout on a 1-yard gain here by Jackson. It'll bring up a 3rd down and call it a 2-yard gain, 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6. Pittsfield is home next week. They'll host Athens in what is homecoming for the Sockies. Athens, of course, runner-up last year in Class 2A. Tough outfit. They'll play Maroa tomorrow, so Pittsfield a chance to go scout that in person.
The game's in Moreau, or is it in Athens?
The game is in Athens.
Athens always a tough opponent.
Ooh, yeah.
Who, since
Run-heavy
starting
team.
football,
17,
18 years ago?
Started football in 2007, I believe, in the fall of 2007 as a varsity football program anyway. Yeah, Ryan Knox has gotten there and has done nothing but win.
Beautiful beautiful grounds there. We spent a lot of time watching
Like
no football last year.
And part of it in the dark.
Yeah, a little bit of a powder feather.
For the
very nice,
the entire
very
town
nice
at one
setup.
point.
Though.
So Pittsfield's taking their final timeout. So Jacksonville with a first down. Can ice this one away. Hutchison will be under center. It's a man in motion. Charles Lasaki's offside.
Oh, boy.
And not going to be a first down, but it's going to be very, very close. It's going to be third and about 6 inches. On the 5-yard penalty. Good play call by the Crimsons there. Catching the Sakis being overly aggressive. That's what a veteran coach like Mark Grounds, he says, I've played this game a time or two and know that you have that adrenaline pumping, that little extra angst. And he drew the Sakis off sides. And a first down again here would seal the deal for this Crimson team.
Yeah, Saki's out of timeouts, so they'll be able to just
run
the victory clock out. Yep.
Hutchison under center. Pittsfield showing the blitz. Hutchison is back to pass. It's batted out of the air here by Zane Perry. An incomplete pass will be 4th and 1, so that stops the clock as well.
First incomplete pass tonight.
4th and 1, 1:57 to play. Fans that have stuck around have been treated to a good contest. It was 14-13 Pittsfield at the half. Jacksonville made some adjustments and really did a nice job of controlling the ball on the offensive side. I don't know what total time of possession looks like, but Jacksonville's dominated it here. And that turnover by Pittsfield was big. Hutchison keeps it. He's taken down by Perry after a short gain. It's going to be a yard gain, which is all he needs, and it's going to bring up a 1st and 10. And we'll see the final seconds of this game tick off the clock as the Crimsons can set up in the old victory formation.
I don't know if they're going to give him the spot or not.
Oh, yeah, he had the first down easy.
Well, I thought so, too.
Yeah, they did, too.
Yep, easy.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
That'll be enough.
Got it to the 29. Needed to get it to the 29, and that's what he did. Did Hutchison. And that'll seal it here as the Crimsons can just kneel this one out. They're going to move to 1-0 this season. Pittsfield going to drop to 0-1. As we told you, Jacksonville at home next week, and a very winnable game for this Crimson team. Pittsfield, a tough one with Athens. But a game like this against a big physical Jacksonville squad, Zach Ferguson was looking forward to it. To give his kids a chance to get ready for Sangamo action. Not going to take a knee here. I'll be darned. Williams will keep it along the right-hand side, and he's going to be tackled by Archer. Now, Williams is a little slow to get up.
Yeah,
Peterbow also in there. That's why you take a knee.
That's why you take a knee and don't worry about getting anybody hurt.
To the 27-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. And it brings up a 2nd down and 8. 54 seconds to play. The referee is indicating that Jacksonville is going to take a knee here.
I thought somebody just told him a good joke.
It was a good joke.
It's a knee slapper.
Referee's coming a little tired. Make sure everybody's
And
being good.
Hutchison takes the knee, and that'll do it in this one as we take you to the Logan Agri-Service post-game show. It's Jacksonville with a victory, 26-14 over the Pittsfield Sakis. We've got post-game stats. We'll also name our Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, player of the game. And some final thoughts on this one, the Logan Ag post-game show next.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Kepi. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
You've tried it, I've tried it, everyone needs to try it. Sugar and Smoke, 1258 West Washington in Pittsfield. Open Wednesday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Here's what others are saying. This place is fantastic in every way. Pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, ribs on the weekends, the best green beans, appetizers, nachos, pony shoes, pork burgers celebrating 1 year in business. Sugar and Smoke, it's time to eat. Yum! 217-922-0067.
Welcome back on the Logan Ag postgame show. Logan Agri-Service located just outside of Griggsville. Ed Logan and his team ready to serve you through our farming needs. They also haul a lot of fuel around the area and are good supporters of the community. We thank Logan Ag for being our post-game sponsor. Well, the contest, that was 14-13, Pittsfield at the half. Jacksonville with the second half surge, and they win this one 26-14 to move to 1-0 on the season. Sockies drop to 0-1 to start the year. And here on the Logan Ag post-game show, Justin Poor has a look at some final stats.
Well, Jacksonville Crimson had the ball 8 times, controlled most of the second half. Leading rushers are Lamarion Williams with 90 yards, Hutchinson with 23 yards, Henry with 54 yards, a big carry that was big in the second half. Ackerman with 32 yards, Jeremiah Jackson with 56 yards, Taryn Jackson with 13 yards, and Davis Meyer with 1. 37 carries total on the night for 269 yards. They threw the ball 4 times. They were 3 for 4 for 68 yards. All the yardage going to Crucifixio Mitchell, number 0. They were penalized 7 times for 63 yards. Sockies came up a little short in the second half, came into the halftime just down. They're leading by 1, right?
Yep, 14-13.
Yeah, leading by 1. Didn't really make the adjustments they needed to make. Had 13 first downs, though. Leading rushers were Foster with 111. A big 70-yard carry in the first half is what really got him the majority of his yards. Anderson, also a big carry in the second half, 49 yards total. Davidsmeyer had 59 yards. Lawson had 1 carry for 12. Taylor Graham had 2 carries for 21 yards. Jake Ocker had 1 carry for 3 yards. And Bodie Marable had a carry for 1. Jonas Anderson attempted to pass 4 times, completing 3. Taylor Graham had a reception for 9 yards. Draven Peterbilt had a reception for 7 yards, and Luke Archer had a reception for 3 yards.
Final on this one, a 26-14 win for Jacksonville. We're back with our player of the game next.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Time for our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is the proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And our player of the game tonight is Crucifixio Mitchell. 3 big catches, 68 yards. Had some big plays on the defensive side as well, and it seemed like every time they needed to go to a big play, he was the man they went to in big moments. And Crucifixio Mitchell is our player of the game. That's going to do it from Glenn C. Smithfield. For John Hull and Justin Poor, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us tonight on Central Illinois Sports as Jacksonville wins the season opener 26-14 over the Pittsfield Sockies.